Welcome to Bedlam and Discord Quarantine Contingencies. I'm GM Jared. We're going to be running through the Jade Regent adventure path from Paizo. We've got an awesome table-ish / internet thing screen of players here. I'm excited to play some Pathfinder. What else do I want to cover before we get going? Our buffs are going to be a little bit different than what we're normally used to. Swap them up a tinge. So let me go over those real quick for you. First, we got the Bit Boss Battle Box. That's normal. That's a reroll to whoever you want. You can reward that to whoever you want. First up, we have Lucky for $5, which allows you, the players, to roll 2d20s and take the high roll, and you can bank that to use that whenever you want. Conversely, there's also Unlucky, which is similar to Jim Jam's Sync. It makes you roll 2d20s and take the lesser, and you as the player can award that to whomever you want. So probably me. What else do we have here? We have the potion pouch for $10, which includes, it grants the player 1 potion each of a Cure Light Wounds, Sanctuary, and a Bless. For $25, you get just a boost, which is a +3 to a future d20 roll. And we, of course, wouldn't be Bedlam and Discord without a little chaos. So for $50 is a roll from the Chaos Wheel, which I don't have the physical one because it's at the castle, but I have my chart. So it is a targeted Chaos Wheel spin. So you, the donator, chooses the target of the chaos. But for just a smoosh more, for $75, you can have Pure Chaos, which is a spin from the wheel, but it also randomized who it affects. So are there any questions from you, my players?
I already forgot all of it.
Yeah, run it again.
Well, then let's just roll some dice and see what happens. All right, let's get into this intro.
I got a 2. What does that mean?
That you're already dead. Ooh, I told you it was going to be quick. I didn't expect the first 3 minutes. Let's get into
it. It was nice playing with you guys.
All right, buddy. There is a lot of text that I wrote, and I have to find the right section. Here it is. Well, nope, that's the top of the show. I almost did that whole thing again. The day dawns bright, brisk, and clear, but early, as they have these past few weeks in the small fort. Weeks of nothing but study and practice, with nothing to do in between but drink the groundskeeper's homemade barrel mead. Removed from the distractions of everyday life, you've honed your skills and abilities. But that doldrum has come to an end. Today is the day. Today you can call yourselves Pathfinders, adventurers, heroes. Regardless of the circumstances that brought you to enlist in the Pathfinders, you've made it through though some of you just barely made it. But from the basics in rope use and how to most effectively load your pack, to camp making and dagger usage, you have completed Adventuring 101. You are on your way to fortune and fame, but first, it's time to pack your bags, eat your breakfast, and follow your newly dispatched orders. Head to Sandpoint for assignment after successful completion of new recruit training. Passage has been purchased for you on the Sogs Bay skiff out of the town of Ruddage, a measly 3-hour trek down the road. You shoulder your bags, you check your blades as you open the gate doors, stepping onto the road to Ruddage. So let's take a moment to describe yourselves to each other and to the viewers. Introduce your characters. What would a passerby see if they glanced in your direction? Let's start with Nathan.
Yes, let's start with Nathan. If anyone was looking my way, they would see a tall, slender elf with dark brown hair and blue eyes. He's clad in this leather armor with a large sword on his back. He's got a sword at his side and a shield, and this leather armor is studded. He's very, you can see like just the tone of everything. He walks with a very dedicated step, as if the life of a soldier was something that he had already been a part of. And you just see this very kind of regal looking guy. He's got a pendant hanging around his neck as well in the shape of 3 gems, 1 green, 1 red, and 1 blue, which some may recognize as a holy symbol.
How about you, James?
I knew you were going to call me next. So what you would see is a gentleman in all black, and as he walks his trench coat, you can see a hint of blue, whether it be like a silk fabric or a suede. But he's covered head to toe, gloves. If you look long enough, you'll notice that his tail is wrapped around his leg. Oh, and he has no pupils. It's just a dark abyss when you look in his eyes. And he's a tiefling. I'm so bad at this.
Lady Wilson, what do we see when we glance at you?
Oh boy, you see a beautiful girl in her late 20s with dirty blonde hair and brown eyes. Everything about her is perfectly manicured. Her nails, hair, makeup, everything. Her outfit is exceptional looking. She's wearing a gorgeous and glittering flowy short dress that ends just above her knees with flowy sleeves and cute strappy sandals. She wears a sparkling silvery cape, which hangs perfectly draped on her shoulders. Every piece of clothing is dripping in beautiful jewels and beads, making her look overwhelmingly expensive and put together. The jewelry she has on is immaculate, some of which looks like pure gold. And when she walks, it looks like little beautiful shooting stars flutter beside her. You would absolutely wonder why a girl of her wealth and status was part of an adventuring group.
That was way better than mine.
Yeah,
That brings us to your Rady.
Oh, gosh. Well, let me tell you there, guy. Picture me. No, I'm just kidding. So Darik is probably emerging from the inside to the outside, or he's emerging from the outside to the inside. It doesn't matter where we are. He probably has some form of what we would call sunglasses on. These are just glasses that are just heavily tinted. He's maybe hungover. Maybe he's just very tired. He probably has a hood up, similar, but the material of clothing that he is wearing is very, very fine, very nice. It is exceptionally well made and maintained. It would probably not hold up on an adventure well at all. But in terms of looks, he's that guy. He's the guy that, like, he could maybe be attractive, but he just looks like a douche. He's just, you probably don't want to be friends with him. Who knows? He just looks like that guy.
Great. This is going to be a good, solid group. I can't wait to find some adventure.
I really appreciate Rady's description of what sunglasses are. They're like glass, but tinted.
Sorry, I'm trying to produce 6 shows this week. I'm
You're good.
a little bit there's the lucky here. Okay, cool.
So, well, let's take this, since I don't have a big Jim, what do you do moment. Let's read some comments.
Yeah,
a couple moments here.
Spartan Undead saying Katie and Rady are just themselves in this. I hope not. I hope we're not our characters, because just you wait.
Hi, Scott. I saw that. Hi, Scott. Hi.
Yeah.
We have cheers, by the way, from Sarah BC1. I know while we have some more comments coming in, I just wanted to address these things. Dark Knight has given $5 for a lucky for Katie.
Ooh.
And Sarah BC1 has dropped $75 saying, whoopee, random magic.
Oh my gosh.
Off the bat.
Right off the bat, she couldn't even contain herself at all. And we have a resub from Kevin Alexander, who has now resubscribed for 24 months in a row.
Goodness.
Wow.
We also have a resub from Tobias, who is subbed for 25.
Hey, he did
Oh,
resub.
Okay, he did get to resub. Excellent.
Yeah.
Good deal.
He refuses to go down.
Hashtag dark reasons.
We had Voss pointing out that I dress like Link and apparently accidentally created Link without trying to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I was saying, like, he's got a sword on his back, I was like, dang it, that's where I've heard of this guy before.
See, and now you make fun of how I describe glasses.
But I gave him dark brown hair, so it's a totally different guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Totally
totally.
Just move the sword to your hip, and then totally different.
Yeah, I guess I could do that too.
All
I'll figure
right.
it out.
Is there,
Everyone reads Nathan's info.
Jared?
Oh, I
Do
see.
you have a breakdown of what everything means?
I can send it to you in Slack if you'd like.
Thank you.
Read a comment or two, and then I'll send this.
Yeah.
Cover for me.
Yep. We got Sarah BC1 is wondering, are we playing Pathfinder First Edition or 5e? We're playing First Edition
First edition.
of Pathfinder.
It's probably because of the Tiefin class.
And Scott Denuzzo is wondering, can anybody read Nathan's info? It's a bad color for Scott. And as we all know, we try to do everything for Scott, so now that we have failed, we might as well just end the stream.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
The
It's
last
my
game
info,
I
I'm gonna
ran,
take-
Scott became a pivotal character in it. So
Yeah, he did.
He
He had
owned
his own
Denuzzo's
comic
comics.
book. Yeah. Had his own comic shop.
we also got a $25 donation from Dark Knight for just a boost for Katie. She
Yay!
needs it.
Oh.
Thank you.
Oh, there you go.
So excited.
All right.
$25? Wow,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Uh,
I'm eating my dinner too.
Are we allowed to do
multitasking.
that?
I feel like these are the quarantine times we can do. There's
Oh,
no
thank
rules
goodness.
anymore. With that, you're in front of the fort. The road is yours. What do you do? Where do you go? The town of Ruddage is just a 3-mile hike away.
Only 3 miles.
Only 3 miles.
Are we
I
all next to each other?
now I know these guys, right?
Yeah, I mean, you would have gone through the
You've been
basic
training
training
together?
with them. You're familiar with them. Whether you want to be friends with them or not is totally up to you.
Your
So-
choice.
I'm gonna look at Skylar and just like over the top roll my eyes at the whole thing that we're gonna have to do. I don't actually say anything to her. I'm just rolling my eyes, and while I do have those tinted glasses on, like sunglasses, it's just over the top eye rolling, like whole head into it.
And I would look over at him and be like, ew, I know, right?
Yeah, whatever. Let's just do whatever we're supposed to do.
Ugh.
I know that Miramath and Artemis, great to see you. It's nice.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes. Should we possibly be going on our way?
Do we have bag boys or not?
My shoes. I can't walk in the mud like this.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Artemis.
How much further? Because
It-
I don't really want to walk.
It's 3 miles.
Oh, ew.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Hours at most.
At most,
Do we get horses?
someone to carry us?
Guys, I'm so tired. Can we just like make camp here?
No, we're not gonna make camp here. We didn't even move anywhere. We haven't walked anywhere.
Ew, Darik.
I begin the walking grumpily down the road.
I am watching the death happen behind Nathan's eyes, having to adventure with these people.
I know. As soon as Katie started talking, or the Skylar rather started talking, my character died. So I'm gonna roll up a new one real quick.
Gonna be that goblin.
So you have begun your trek to the hamlet of
We're
Ruddage.
still on the doorstep.
We're leaving you.
All right. Well, I am going to do my duty, as I was trained to do.
Ugh,
What?
fine. Come on, Darik.
Skylar, I'm literally already ahead of you. Look at me down. I'm right. Fine.
Darik,
Whatever.
look, I thought you were behind me.
Open up your eyes, Skylar.
Okay,
Open
I
them.
see you. Ew.
So the tiefling is still stuck on the doorstep here. Are you joining them for the adventure?
I do a long sigh. I'm glad I brought those second pair of boots, and I start going with them.
Okay. Like I said, the journey will take about 3 hours by foot. It's not an arduous journey. It's pretty flat. It's just you are slightly going downhill because that's the way the path runs. The hamlet of Ruddage is very barely that. More of a smattering of buildings than an organized and populated town. A few notable buildings sit around the small town green. The tavern / inn / town hall, clearly marked with a large placard hanging over the door, which features a giant chicken leg and a giant tankard of ale. Looks warm and inviting, but worn down. A small market stall is set up with fresh produce for purchase, although the stall keeper is nowhere to be seen. You also spot an open-air blacksmith's forge with a large, burly man banging on the anvil. He looks to be making a horseshoe. Along the shore of Sog's Bay sits a small hut built out onto the bay. An overhead sign clearly reads, Crosswaters Crossing. An old halfling man is busy checking the skiff raft at the end of the dock.
I don't know about you, but I am parched. Anyone care for a drink?
Like anything here would be worth drinking. Okay, we did it. We're here. Now what?
We made it. So,
Go be a hero, Macbeth.
I feel like we have to talk to someone
Yes.
to figure out where we're going.
We can return to the inn if you would all like to rest.
ooh, yes. Resting sounds amazing.
Yes, and we
Whatever.
can get any information there.
Yeah,
That
whatever.
works for me.
Okay. Sure.
We're going to the inn, Jared.
Right. You walk into the inn. It's your standard tavern. It's one large room with there's a fireplace on the far end. There are two people in here. The older lady standing behind the counter, and a even older lady sitting at one of the tables eating a nice bowl of soup or porridge or some midday snack. She sees you walk in, raises her head, and says, "Oh, welcome, dearies. Welcome. What
Oh my
what can I do
gosh.
for you?"
Aren't you the sweetest? We're looking for some information. Right, guys?
Yes, and and alcohol. In one order. Yeah.
Well, I can certainly help you with the alcohol. The information, I don't know. Depends what it is. What do you want to drink? We've got some homemade wine that we made.
Ooh.
We've got the latest shipment of ale in from Miramar.
I'll take a glass of homemade wine.
All right, it will be 17 copper.
Oh my god, Derek, did
What?
you Dark, did you hear?
Hey,
You're what, Skylar?
17. Is there a mistake?
No, 17 copper. It's like 1 silver and 7 copper, or 17 copper, or 2 silvers, and then I give you 3 copper back.
Oh, okay. And I slide her 17 copper.
It's like, thank you. And she gives you a lovely glass of wine. It's not bad. It's not
Okay.
it's not great.
It's not the best, but
No.
it'll do for like
It'll
what I
do.
find over here.
Yeah.
Okay, then
It's
I'm
like
happy.
in the world of wine, it's like a Floridian wine. Like it's not.
Ooh. Ew.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll drink it if you have to. But
Yeah, it's what I'm gonna get around here. That's fine.
yeah.
I'm standing pretty much in the doorway, just slightly to the side of it. I don't really want to fully enter this establishment, and I'm just sort of trying to clean off the dirt. I actually bring out like a little sticky stick, and I'm trying to just get all the lint off. And, there's dirt on my pants.
No, don't worry about that. And I cast Prestidigitation on. I can do that as a cantrip. Yeah.
You can, but you can also roll me a percentage dice. Tell me if that percentage is less than 15.
You got me there, Jared. Five.
Okay, you're like, don't worry about that. You reach back, you start your magics, and you just kind of wave your arms at Dark, and Adam, all you really feel is just the slight brush of wind that his hand pushed towards you. Nothing about your appearance changes in the very slightest.
This is embarrassing.
It was embarrassing, Artemis. It's.
You said 17 copper for another, correct?
Yes.
I will slide her another.
She's just puts another.
Yeah. now I'm two-fisting 2 goblets of wine.
We're starting strong.
So sad.
She looks over towards the elf in the doorway or in the common room. It's like, you've been mighty quiet, dear.
Yes, I'm still in shock, as it were. We are on our way to assignment. Can you tell me where that skiff takes us?
You're talking about Crosswaters Crossing. That takes you from here, from Ruddage, over to Mears Landing, which is just a few days. It saves a few days travel heading up to Sandport. It basically goes around the Brinestump Swamp.
Oh yes, I don't.
Else you're in for quite a walk.
Yes, no, none of these three want to do that.
I refuse.
Well then, skiffs for you.
Skiffs it is then. Do you happen to know the cost of passage?
Normal crossing is 10 silver per person, 5 silver per livestock.
Wonderful.
If I'm considered livestock by the people, do I only have to pay 5?
You ask the innkeep.
I run the inn.
Oh, you're right. This is a better question for the person transporting me.
This information's easy. I can give this. Do you want to ask about my dead parents, maybe?
Ew.
I really want to punch at that door that I walked in.
And is anybody else drinking or eating? We have a nice.
Not that.
Oh,
we have a nice
no.
I might take. What food do you have available?
We've got some leftover porridge from the morning, and we're just about to serve our roast fowl. For our midday meal.
Darek, did you hear roast fowl? Your favorite. You should get it.
It's quite the best. I make it. Everyone says so.
Oh, that's so quaint. It's too bad I ate such a large breakfast and such a large dinner the night before.
Oh, did you? Because I only remember your breakfast being like a tiny little breakfast, not like a big breakfast.
And you had the liquid breakfast, so what are we talking
I
about?
didn't eat breakfast.
It travels well.
Of course.
You could put it in a little bag and take it with you if you wanted.
Do you hear that? That's so cute.
It is a 6-hour crossing.
I want to lean to Miramath and ask him to ask her how much it costs. Because I think she's ripping me off because, like, I'm a tiefling.
All right, Artemis. Milady, how much would that lunch, that delicious bird, cost us?
It's going to run 2 silver. Comes with a tankard of ale, the roast fowl, and a lovely basket of bread. It's the dark bread.
Now, how much would it cost me?
It's 2 silver. Comes with a nice tankard of ale and some nice dark bread.
Okay. That proves my point.
Proves your point or answers your question?
Depends how you look at it.
Indeed.
I go over to Mirror Math and I'm like, hi, so what are we doing here? And like, can we move this along? Because like, I have plans later and I was really hoping we could be done with this soon.
What possible plans would you have outside of our assignments, which we have gotten after completing our training?
Yes, well, I have plans. Like, don't worry about it. It's fine.
I'm very worried about it because we are a team. Do you understand the word team?
That is so cute. Okay, where are we supposed to go?
Well, unless you want to walk through the swamps, we're going to be going on the skiff.
I mean, like,
please.
maybe we like that could be fun, right? Like,
It's a boat trip.
great. Let's go.
Well, yes, but I thought it seems you don't want to eat before the trip. It's going to be hours.
No, I had such a big breakfast. I'm good.
Well, Artemis and I are famished after walking 3 hours and preparing
Yes,
ourselves.
the moment she said the food, that is all I can think about now.
We will take the food, if you don't mind, milady. 2, apparently, as the other 2 have eaten so much.
Oh yeah, of course. But like, afterward.
Milady, just stop making the food. We'll be here for it.
No, we go afterward.
We'll go afterward. Yes.
Hurry up and eat.
She goes into the kitchen and produces 2 fairly substantial plates of a roast fowl and some dark molasses bread and a tankard of ale.
Math is the kind of guy who starts with the leg, right? He's going to fill up on the dark meat first. And then I'm guessing it's a whole fowl. It's okay
it's like a
right?
like a little bit bigger than like a roast quail type thing.
Perfect.
Okay.
Like a
Pretty
Cornish
chefy
hen?
for this backwater.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Artemis, where do you start with eating?
Oh, I just dig right in. I'd like to break the spine open and just get everything in there. It's delicious, but a lot of people do not like eating with me for some reason. Yeah, yeah.
So we eat.
Yeah.
Break the spine open. Yeah, you about halfway through your meal, the older lady with the porridge gets up and exits out. Other than that, there's no other real movements or happenings that happen in here. Unless, are you guys still standing in the doorway, like watching them eat from afar? Or are you coming into the building?
Yeah, I'd be standing with Dark, basically just like waiting very impatiently.
So, I mean, are you hurrying through the meal, or are you going to savor?
I'm gonna lean in and see what he feels because I'm happy to sit here and savor it.
Well, one must not rush, or the digestion will be poor.
I can tell me and you are going to be great friends.
Indeed.
So let's roughly 30 to 40 minutes pass.
Yeah, an hour.
fowl
if
is
you want.
Somewhere in there. The innkeeper comes and takes the plates from you, and she's like, "How was it, dearies?"
Oh, it was remarkable to be in such a podunk city and to get such a good meal. good.
Uh,
Yeah.
You're
Dunk.
quite the chef, milady.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Of course.
Fine establishment.
If there's anything else I could do for you, you just let old Ella Geneva know, and we'll take care of it.
Thank you, Ella Geneva.
Thank you so much, Ella Geneva.
And she returns to the kitchen and wiping down the bar and her tavernly duties.
Mm-hmm. I'll just say to her, and of course, if you need any help, I am Miramath.
Oh, I like that. That's a good, strong name.
Thank you very much.
In case you're wondering, Jared, no
Yes.
attraction to this barmaid.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. She's married.
Now I'm attracted.
All right. Having finished your meal, I assume you rise and
Yes.
head on back out.
Shall we begin?
Yes. Artemis, I am with you.
Of course.
Skylar,
Oh, yes.
are you ready to leave?
Yeah.
Excellent. Derek, are you ready to adventure forth?
My name is Darik, and I have been ready to leave this town since the moment we got into it.
Yeah, I'm terribly sorry, Dark.
You don't seem sorry. Are you sorry? Do you feel sorry?
No.
No, you don't feel sorry, do
No,
you?
I'm sorry. No.
No.
Sorry.
Okay, let's go.
Curiosity, why did you three become adventurers?
Really?
Ugh, we have told you this like so many times, okay? Look, we were doing just fine, but then mom and dad were like, oh, we think you guys should go get some life experience. Ew.
Don't even act like you don't know our family name, okay?
I just realized you guys are siblings.
Where have you been, Art?
Not many people talk to me. You didn't choose me in your group. I was put in here.
That's true.
drew a
I
very
didn't
short
choose you.
straw.
Hey, let's go. Now that all of the exposition's out of the way,
That's okay. I didn't get a chance to say mine, but it's
no
fine.
one's missing it. No one's
No,
missing it.
It's
It's not
cool.
mixed.
I fine. I venture forth. I refuse to say it now.
It's good. That's good. We're all better for that.
Darik,
What? Skylar, what?
let's go.
That's what I said. I've been saying that.
Okay, well, walk
I'm
then.
actually on your side on this one. Walking.
Great.
Look, look at me walk.
Great.
I'm at the skiff.
I am.
He can teleport?
You walk up. You walk up to Crosswaters Crossing. The old halfling man is still checking straps and making sure things are all tied down on the raft. He looks up as you approach. He's like, you're my passengers then.
Yes.
Pathfinders paid a good price for you.
Yes.
Yes.
This is not the voice I was gonna go with, but it's what happened.
No.
I
I'm
enjoy
sorry
it.
to hear that.
To say
You're
the
a very
least.
burly halfling.
You
Yes.
said a good price for this.
They paid me. You could pay me again.
I roll and walk onto the skiff.
All right, you walk. It's just
Aw.
a simple, like, 12 foot wide by 8 feet long, or 12 feet long by 8 feet wide. You pick.
Sweet.
It's on which
More of
way
a
it's
raft
facing.
with a ledge than anything else. It's like, anyone else getting on here?
I get on the skiff.
I get on as well.
Okay. He's like, all aboard then. He gets this really long, like 30-foot pole up off the dock, steps onto the back of the skiff, and just kind of pushes off, similar to how the gondoliers do it in the Venice.
Did Skylar say she got
Yeah,
on?
dude, are you on the opposite
Yeah, I
side?
did. No, I said I
Okay.
got.
Yeah.
Okay.
I missed it, and so I'm just like,
yeah.
I guess we're leaving without her.
Hi.
Same.
Thanks, guys. It's been fun.
I have something to do.
Yeah, you might want to get comfortable. It's gonna be about 4 or 5 hours to cross, depending on the weather.
Oh, that may actually be a problem because I have plans later. Can you like make it go any faster?
I'll go as fast as my little arms will take us.
Thank you. You are so cute.
They take us about 4 to 5 hours. He's pushing.
Oh, you have plans, Skylar?
Yeah, Dark,
Yeah?
I have plans.
Oh, okay. What are you gonna do with your
Oh,
plans?
I'm sorry. Just because you haven't been on a date in like, what is it? Like 2 years? Does it mean that I'm not allowed to go on a date?
Okay. Where are you going on your date?
It's none of your business, Dark.
What's their name?
I just said it wasn't any of your business.
Oh, okay. But it's now the skiff leader's business, is
Yeah,
it?
because he needed to know that I had plans.
And I'm your brother, and I don't need to know that you have plans?
No.
Okay. I
A
can't
jump
wait to
off
see
the
your date.
skiff.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for you.
Mm-hmm. She just
Hopefully,
I'm gonna lean into Miramath and go, we did not get the best pick of the group, did we? And just look at him without knowing that I'm a terrible person as well.
A couple hours pass, and you can see as you pull away from the shore of Boggs Bay, you can see, Sogs Bay. On your right, you can see the delta flow out into what appears to be tiny little river tributaries, and you start to see the swampy land start to form up around you. And he turns the
Whoa.
boat in towards the deeper water and puts down the pole and picks up a giant paddle and starts paddling along. The rivers or the bay is relatively calm. There's a little bit of up and down, but not too much.
Motion. Okay.
He starts going on. He rambles about nothing and everything. He's like, over there, that's Brine Stump Swamp. We're going around it. Saved yourself a couple days. Going this way. It's like, Brine Stump. Fishermen get lost in there all the time. Not old Crosswater. I know where I'm going. Those fishermen always getting lost. And he trails off for a moment. And then after a couple moments of silence, he'll be like, they say it's a witch. Always in there. Trails off into the tedium of paddling the boat. And it's like, it's 50 foot on both sides. Huge cliff. Goes,
Wait, is there a witch or a cliff?
we don't have to talk. We can. This is already painful enough without the talking.
well, then you won't know about the goblins.
No, there's goblins.
What about the goblins?
There's goblins in the swamp. In fact, the sheriff of Sandport reinstituted a bounty. 10 gold per goblin here. Relatively fresh, of course. Or 300 if you get the head of the chief.
Have you ever seen a goblin?
Okay.
Yes. They've been raiding caravans in and out of Rutledge and Sandport and all over. I'd go after that chief myself, were I not crossing.
And where would we find this chief?
In the swamp.
In the swamp. This man knows.
Everywhere around. Okay. Interesting.
Well, that way. That way is open ocean. But don't go that way. You'll go this way.
Very intelligent.
But watch out for the witch if you go in there. That's just pub talk, but watch out.
Tell me the story of the witch.
Oh, please don't.
Well, they say there's an old witch that lives in the swamp who captures and eats children, using them for nefarious devices, trying to turn them into other creatures.
Ew.
Exactly. I don't think it's real.
I look at Skylar and then I look back at him and I say, will they turn adults into other creatures?
Oh my god, Darek, ew.
I mean, if it works for children, why wouldn't it work for adults?
Exactly.
Ugh.
Do you want to go see the witch, Skylar?
No, I don't want to go see the witch, Darek. You go see the witch.
No, I have plans tonight.
How long have we been on here?
About 2 hours.
2 minutes.
Feels like an eternity.
Yep.
It does. Said that we would be able to get to the swamp from this next town as well.
Well, the next town is more of just a landing port. There's nothing really there except the road that goes up and meets up with the main road to take you into Sandport.
Mm.
If you go the other way on the road, you go around the swamp. It takes 3-4 days. As you're listening and not listening, he's in and out of conscious streams of thought and weird ramblings. Everyone can give me a perception check if they want to. Only if you want to.
Yeah, I'm looking around.
5.
That's gonna be a straight dice roll.
That is a 14.
6 for me.
All right.
That if we wanted to.
Yeah.
Didn't want to.
If the 14 is the highest, Artemis, you see, you notice that the waves start to get a little bit choppier, but not as whole. More of a kind of centered around the boat a little bit. No one else seems to have picked up on this.
You'll notice me getting comfortable and like put down my hood to where you can actually see that the horns on my head have been ground down. Just like a little more filler. Something is moving under us, everyone.
That's called water.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say, Darek.
That's because that's what it is.
Okay. Everyone, just take a quick look. I could be crazy, but I swear that something is moving around us.
I actively don't do what he says. And I begin to try to drift off to sleep.
I mean, it's relatively comfortable. It's a nice rocking motion.
Okay.
I look into it.
You glance over the edge.
I would go look too.
It's a pretty brackish water. Like it's not it's where your clean water and your ocean water start to mix. So it's pretty dirty, pretty mucky. You're not seeing anything of note other than what you'd expect to see, like the reflection of or the shadow of the skiff itself. It's about 3 p.m. ish. But while you're looking over, there is a very brief and large lurch of the raft. Everyone give me a reflex save. Adam, you can add a +5 because I imagine you're laying down.
And they thought I was the dumb one.
Oh, that's a 13.
Ooh, 22.
Okay.
Okay, I was the dumb one because that sucks. 13.
Okay, but I got a 5.
So you're Artemis and Miramath are looking over the one edge, and Skylar's looking over, pretty like I imagine looking over Dark laying there, and there's a large lurch, and everybody kind of jolts forward, but Artemis and Miramath manage to grab a hold of the side of the boat.
Oh, thank God.
Dark just kind of rolls back because of the little lip there. Skylar, however, it's maybe because Dark was right there and you couldn't like get the purchase. You go to grab the toe ledge and you just overshoot and you are face first into the water in front of you. You're not alone. The
There's
raftsman
something with you?
also has fallen in with you.
Oh. You're not
Uh,
alone,
Yeah.
monster.
Oh my gosh, Crossy Road, watch where you're going.
Like,
And
oh,
I've kept my eyes closed the whole time.
he's like, oh, you hear splashing all around. And
Your sister has fallen in.
Well, she said she had a date. Maybe she's going back.
You can hear me down from the water. Ew, Darek, get me out of here. Ew.
Just climb out.
I
Darek,
grab
it's
my
like
rope.
really high. I can't.
Or is there like rope on the side of the boat? Like he would have had
there's like a
rope to tie
lashing
off.
somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah. So I grab that and I throw it into the water to her.
A rope comes down and lands at you. No sweat. You can get it.
Climb it? Okay.
Yeah. You just
Can
get
I
it.
lift myself up and back in?
You can pull yourselves up.
Oh, thank God.
The halfling manages to get himself back on the boat and pick up his oar. He shakes it off. Yeah, that happens. Sorry about that.
Why?
What do you mean it happens?
Yes.
Sometimes some like logs float out and hit under the boat, and you go over it. It's the price we pay.
Skylar immediately goes to, if there's like a under the deck or anything like that, she's going to basically go like fix herself all up again.
The only place available for that is like the far corner. It's literally just like a flat raft with a little.
Okay.
I am once again gonna try prestidigitation.
Wait, on me?
Yeah.
I refuse. I reject your prestidigitation.
I don't know the rules on that.
Yeah, how does that work?
Willing, right?
I think it's-
I don't know if you have to be willing.
Yeah,
Get a
I'm
will
not
save.
sure. Let's see what the browser has to say. Is Jim Jam in chat?
He was.
You can tell us if prestidigitation is willing subject or not.
Yeah, because I haven't told her I was gonna do it. I was just gonna do it by surprise.
Okay, that's fine. So then when he does it, I like look down and I'm all clean. I'm like, ew, I can do it myself. And I like go into the corner and I'm like fixing, drying.
I don't.
I mean,
get-
you can make a
Jim did save you can resist any spell by choosing to make
you
a
can
save.
make a will save
Yeah.
if you'd like
Okay.
versus DeWall's DC.
This is
What
the
is-
type of quality content that people tuned in for.
Nope. PvP.
It's a 17, so that's a dirty
Oh
20.
yeah, that beats my DC.
Yeah, so you feel a magic wash over you. You're not quite sure what it was, and it fades, and nothing happens to Skylar.
What is wrong with me? And I just stare at my hand. I just stare at my hands and like walk to one of the little corners.
So you're basically on the two corners here, Skylar and Artie, and then the back corners are gonna be
Yeah,
Dark.
we're all keeping social distancing.
Yeah, and Skylar was like sopping wet, and you know her cloak was like all like twisted around her from the water. But she literally, you guys feel like she's only been gone for like 30 seconds. She comes back and she is like perfect again.
Are you in the same clothes, or did you change clothes?
I'm in the same clothes.
Okay.
I'd be so much more impressed if it was different clothes.
Because you're like 8 feet away. Once again, everyone who would like to can roll a perception.
Yeah,
I'll give you all a +5 because you know that sometimes giant logs wash out here.
17.
16.
7.
Sleeping.
The Miramath and Artemis see another darkened shadow pushing towards the boat on that same kind of collision course to make it jostle.
There's another log coming for us straight ahead if you want to move around it this time.
Or brace yourselves.
Too late for that. Brace. Just brace. Hold on to something.
Y'all brace.
Brace.
The skiff jostles, calms itself momentarily, then jostles again very hard. This time, though, there is a third jostle. And on the third jostle, you hear the sound of what seems to be lashings and rope becoming unwound as the logs holding the skiff together start to break apart.
Nope.
The halfling yells, "Abandoned ship!" And he jumps into the water with his paddle next to him, so he has a flotation device.
No.
Could I, one of the logs of our skiff, could I just like straddle it like a pool noodle?
Yeah, why not?
I do that, so
Alright.
only my feet are really in the water.
I mean, I don't know if that's not really how that works, but we'll go for that for now. Let's see.
Like a giant log.
Yeah, but you're top heavy, center mass, flip it, whatever. We'll see.
Centered.
We'll see how it goes.
Doesn't seem like I have any cantrips to stop this from happening. Oh my goodness. I fall in.
What about Katie? What's Skylar gonna do?
No. So he's Miramath is holding the logs together.
He's holding.
No,
he like
just
got
his
on
log.
one like the bull at Saddle Ranch. Like he's trying to hold on to stop, so he at least has a flotation thing with him.
Is water like coming onto the?
The thing is breaking apart. It was literally like 12 logs tied together, the lashings, so it's starting to like.
Okay. I guess I'm going back in the water.
Yeah.
And I feel like Dark would just have the raft fall out from under him.
Yeah,
And splash in.
that has definitely happened. Because we are getting into some action, I did want to give some shout outs here. We had some Bit Boss Battle Box action. Scott Denuzo became the Bit Boss Battle Box boss man and gave it to Chu. So Chu, you have a reroll. And then Sarah BC1 took that Bit Boss Battle Box for herself and gave Darik a reroll.
Ooh.
And in the meantime, cheers came in from Scott Denuza, Sarah BC1, Luna Steel Song, and Trill Surge donated $25. Jared, can you kill someone with your first attack like Jamie? Maybe Darik.
Oh.
All right. So I got
Wow.
that.
I guess you got a +3. Sarah BC1 giving an edge or whatever to everyone, including Jared with her $25 donation.
Thanks.
Ooh.
Except
And-
for Jared.
Yeah.
No, that includes Jared, unfortunately. And then last but not least, Tyrex99, $5 donation, Team Miramath.
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, boo, whatever.
And we still have the wild magic on the table.
Yes. And so
I'm not gonna bust that out yet because we'll see how this goes.
perfect.
I want to save it for when it matters. So everybody's in the drink except Nathan currently.
Yep.
I'm gonna come up out of the water and just yelling, What is going on? Where are we? What is happening?
We hit a log that destroyed our I don't know what we call this right now.
Yeah, the halfling's floating on his paddle like, yeah, that's a big one. That was it. And then in the middle of his sentence, he disappears from view, straight down.
Oh, finally.
A bunch of very large bubbles bubble up where he was.
Get to shore.
Are they red bubbles?
Nope,
far away are we
they're
from
just
shore?
bubbles right now, like air bubbles.
How far away is he from me?
Where he was, we'll say it was 25 feet.
He was
Oh,
a
it's
halfling,
gonna
correct?
Take a
Yeah.
while.
How far away is the shore?
The shore is a solid ways away, like maybe mile and a half.
Oh my god.
Why did you destroy our boat?
I'm gonna start swimming towards him to help.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast mage armor.
Give me a concentration check. Because you're kind of treading water at the same time.
17.
Okay. You want mage armor. The glowing glow. That's what glows do.
She only does it to try and protect her clothes, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chu, you swim over to where this gentleman, who you never got his name, was, and
we did. It was in the.
No sign his paddle's not here.
Are there still bubbles coming up to the surface?
Bubbles,
yeah. Then I want to try to dive down and see if I can grab them.
Okay, give me first a swim check. And then a perception check.
I see him dive down into the water, and I'm just flailing around. Why are we all going underwater? Is there something that we should be grabbing down there? Does somebody know the way out? Is the way out down there?
I am underwater, and I got a 13 as a swim check.
Okay. What about a perception?
Just did not roll that yet. I got 11.
Okay. Unfortunately, the water is very, very, very mucky in here. You can't really see through, but you do manage to see a very large shadow in the distance. You can't really judge how far it is, but it is swimming away back towards shore. Meanwhile, on the surface of the water, let's go with Skylar. You've cast your mage armor. You're trying to assess the situation, and something brushes your leg, right past your leg.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Nathan is picking his feet up off of the ground.
So you're trying to balance on a log?
No, Nathan, not Miraman.
No.
Nathan. He's freaked out. Oops.
A few moments later, the log that you're sitting on, Nathan, there is another bump. This time, after the bump, you can see the remnants of a large tail crest the water. Not like a whale full up, but like just kind of the back of it, and then it goes underwater.
Can I try and see if I know what that is?
Sure.
Probably not.
It will be a knowledge nature check if you'd like to try and figure out what it is.
I have no idea what that was. And I just say, there's something in the water.
Yeah, a little halfling man and the other guy with the tail.
Tail. Yes.
Yeah, he has a tail.
Who? No. Not Artemis. Another creature.
We'll get it.
All right. Allow me.
And now I'm on the log and I've got my short sword out.
Okay.
And I'm watching. I'm using it almost as a horse. I am a horse mounted, except it's a log.
Artemis, what are you coming up? Are you staying down?
How far is that shadow?
You can't really tell distance, but you have as many rounds underwater as your con score.
Okay.
Without making things. When you start doing things, that changes
what it goes, yeah. So I have a con of 14.
You have 14 rounds if you were to just like float there underwater.
Cool. I want to try to grab that or get closer to that figure.
Okay, give me a swim check to advance.
That's a 10.
Okay. You move forward a little bit, but this thing is clearly much faster. It's almost as if it has a natural swim speed for it, like it might be an aquatic creature of sorts.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still underwater for now.
Can I make a handle animal check?
Sure.
Would it do anything? I want to ride it.
Well, I mean, we don't even know what it is yet. I mean, you
True.
could try, but I don't think it's going to ultimately do anything.
I would like to detect magic.
All right. No rolls.
I
No
don't.
rolls involved.
Yeah, it should be
No,
a cantrip.
concentration.
Oh, you're swimming.
Oh, all right. All right.
Well, you made me do it before, but I failed, so.
I mean, does detect magic have a component? I don't want to get it wrong.
Maybe not. Then I
I
just
don't want
detect
Jim
magic.
to be mad at me.
It
Jim will be
says-
mad at you for lots
Well,
of
yeah,
things.
because it says duration.
Yeah, it's a standard action. Yeah, so
concentration.
concentration. Yeah. So you were right. I was wrong.
Nice.
So I just look over at Dark and I'm like, ew, Dark, ew. Why did we do this?
I don't know. You keep saying ooh. It's not helping the situation. Find us a raft, or can't you just magically make some sort of flotation device?
No, Dark, you make a magic device, a flotation device.
I don't have any magic.
Grab a
Okay.
log.
I'm gonna go try to grab. So did the boat go under, or did it just flip?
It's just split
It's
apart.
just logs.
It's logs and planks.
Great. I'm gonna grab one of those.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
plenty of
me
stuff
too.
to grab onto, and
In fact, I'm gonna grab I'm gonna get one of them, and then I'm gonna start just kind of swimming, kicking it, like a kickboard almost
the
to the next
paddleboard?
log. Yeah, so that I can have my arms around two of them because I don't
Okay.
trust just one.
all right, you managed to get two logs. Do you want the log that Nathan is sitting on, or do you want a separate log?
Oh no, my own log, gross.
All right, fair.
'Cause I had a sword drawn.
So Dark is collecting logs and building his flotation device. Artemis is nowhere to be seen. Skylar she tried to detect magic, so she's just
Now
trying
I'm just getting a log.
to figure out grabbing a log next to her. And Nathan, you're up there riding a log,
Yes, I
for
am.
lack of a better term. What are you doing underwater?
I want to do another perception check to see if I can find him real fast.
Okay.
That's a 16.
You can no longer see the shadow, but you can make out bubbles going to the surface. Like, you can't see the source of it, but you can see the remnants of its
Bubbles.
swim path.
Okay. How many rounds do you think I have left?
I mean, probably 10.
Cool. I'm gonna try to follow the bubbles. And if not, then I'm gonna follow the bubbles for this round.
Okay, so you basically start swimming towards where you believe shore would have been.
Mhm. That is a 12 for swim.
Okay. Yeah, you just start plodding that way.
Cool.
And I don't know if you need to stay underwater, you can, but if not, you can surface and swim that direction as well.
Yeah, I'll surface real fast and go. He's swimming away from me for some reason. I don't know, and then start swimming towards the bubbles.
So Nathan, you have the best view because you're a little higher than everybody else. You see Artemis pop up and shout some things and start swimming towards where you think shore would be.
All right. This way. Follow me. Follow him as well. And I start kind of like kicking my feet.
Okay.
I would basically just follow wherever Dark is going.
Okay. Dark actually has the best form of sustained propulsion right now. Chew
Yeah,
will
I'm gonna-
tire himself out.
Yep.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
continue that.
Are you going towards where they're pointing out? Like towards the
Yeah.
shore?
Yeah, I'll go towards the shore.
Okay.
Yeah.
You continue that way in your ragtag group of whatever you want to call it, a flotsam pile.
Heroes.
Heroes. You're heroes now. You passed the
Yes.
Pathfinder training. And it becomes very apparent that it will be hours before you reach the shore. You will eventually reach the shore, and you have some floating devices, so you're not like gonna drown. But it's gonna be a while. I think Skylar might miss her date. After, is anyone doing anything different?
Just want to get to shore.
I don't know. Probably after I get tired, I'll swim back and try to partner up on a log to help it move faster.
Well, there's only one person that's going to allow that.
Yep. What? Stacy. Nope. Yeah. Then I'll swim up to how do you say it?
Miramath.
Say that one more time.
Miramath.
Miramath, and go. Would you mind if I joined you? I seem to have left my log where we crashed.
Yes, I suppose.
Excellent. And then I will jump on to one side of the log and hope that he can maintain balance.
Yeah, give me a reflex save just for the sake of rolling one.
Me too?
No, you're the cause of it.
Excellent.
What I get for helping. What are those buffs that we've had coming in?
You have the I think you have a reroll. No,
you have two +1s and a. You don't have a reroll, but you have 2 +1s.
So I have 2 +1s.
Wait, I thought we rolled the dice.
Yeah, you have 2 essentially advantage rolls.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, you roll 2 d20s and take the high roll.
Ooh.
Boom. Okay, I'll use one of those. 17.
Okay. Yeah, you show you're an elf after all. You're known for your dexterity and nimbleness. You weeble wobble a little bit, but just like weeble wobbles, you don't fall down. And you stay dry. You're the only pseudo dry one of the party. But you are all on some sort of safety log moving towards shore.
Miramath, you never told us why you joined the Pathfinder Society. We have enough time.
Oh my gosh, please can we get this shit to shore? Please. Please.
Okay,
I will climb through the screen.
So as he begins this conversation, I reach back into my bag and try to pull out just some super just soggy, just big earmuffs that I have, my designer earmuffs, and I just put them on over my ears, and I keep kicking, going away.
You're in that swimmer zone where you can just go.
Just going, man.
I got so much knowledge from that. We don't have to talk about that.
Yeah,
We're there.
Asked a question.
Yeah.
Artemis knows. No one else knows. Not even the audience.
Are we there yet?
I don't know if Nathan's gonna answer him.
Oh my gosh.
This is the role-playing part, Katie.
We've been doing it for an hour now.
You want to kill some stuff?
It's the first episode.
Have some things.
We're swimming. You can't do anything.
Well, Artemis, that is a tale.
Feel free to talk as slow as you possibly need.
Being 131 years old, there is much to this tale. Allow me to begin that tale.
I regret this immediately. Yes, go on. Of course, I'm here.
Wait, perception to see if I heard him say I regret this immediately.
Yeah, sure.
11. He's on the same log as me.
Yeah, he's like a foot from your face.
Like whisper it in his ear.
I stopped talking.
Okay. A few hours pass of the tedium and the doldrum of kicking along your logs when you do start to get the support of the waves coming into shore, carrying you. And just as the sun is setting, you manage to wash yourselves up upon the shore, the shoreline. Wetness and the smell of peaty decay are the first things that hit you. You wade ashore in ankle-deep mud, silt, and detritus. You are soaked to the bone, and you have the taste of salt in your mouth, just lingering. Hide nor hair of your raftsman can be seen. The only movement is the gentle lapping of Sog Bay upon the swampy shoreline. The air is cold, still, and foggy. A tangled mess of nettles and reeds and ferns lead inland, where the occasional hammock of land rises out, offering a dry respite between the cypress, willow, and mangrove trees. The underbrush is thick. You must be somewhere in the brine stump.
What would be nearby? So Skylar would stand up on the shore. What's the closest concealment she can find from the rest of the party?
Like literally feet from you is super
Right.
dense underbrush.
Cool. So I just real quick tuck myself behind a tree. It takes 10 seconds. I walk right back out. I'm completely dry, perfectly put together. Her hair is perfectly curled and her makeup is perfect and her clothing looks immaculate.
I get up out of the water and take the earphones up. Skylar!
Yeah.
Skylar,
Yeah.
come on.
What?
Come on!
Ew, Darek, no.
Ew, what? Come on!
Fine. So I just kind of smack him, and then in an instant, he looks all perfect, pristine, put together.
Oh, wow. Was
Dry.
that so hard?
You know, why don't you learn to do it yourself then, Darek?
I go to pick up all of my... I want to get my 2 logs and take them out of the water because they're mine now.
All right. They're heavy. They're waterlogged logs.
It's okay.
You can drag them ashore.
I just want to drag them out of the water in case for some reason we need to go back in the water. I don't know.
That's fair. Just so you know the mechanics here, the swamp itself is very dense, and you move at quarter rate in the underbrush, and any paths that you may come across, you're still moving at half speed.
Fun.
Which is why it was several days to go around it. Or, I mean, hours versus days to go around it.
I would like to survey my surroundings.
Sure. Give me a perception check. And are you looking for something specific or just kind of take it in?
The way to go. Like...
Okay. So, do you have knowledge? Do you have knowledge geography or
knowledge arcana?
No.
Not gonna do
Well,
it for you.
I rolled a 17 perception check. If
With a 17 perception check, you can make out maybe one direction has what appears to be the top of a cliff face that rises above a section. If only you had listened or asked more questions of the now probably dead Raftman.
Listen, voice in my head. I don't need you telling me what I should and shouldn't have done.
You can see that the trees extend, or the swamp extends as far as you can see to the right and as far as you can see to the left, and the ocean is behind you. But without a geography, or do you have knowledge local maybe?
I have a 1. I'm not trained in any though.
Okay.
I could roll it.
From my understanding, we were going a certain direction down the river, and the shore was to the certain side of us. So logic would say that we would go follow the water, yes?
You were going down an ocean bay,
Oh.
and the swamp was on the inland. It's like you're trying to cut across like the Chesapeake or something. Or like you're trying to do what the Golden Gate Bridge does?
Jared,
Sir.
knowledge nautical. I don't know. I just want to know, do I think any boats are going to get close enough to us to see us on this side?
Probably not.
Yeah.
How far is that cliff away?
That cliff's quite a hike through the underbrush. Yeah, I would say just based on that you were on like a skiff,
Mm-hmm.
that it's not like a heavy shipping lane or anything. Though with the caravans being attacked, maybe they're taken to the water.
And what time of the day is it right now?
The sun has pretty much just set. It was a little after midday when you got on the boat, and about 3 hours after that when it got hit, and it took 3 to 4 hours to kick over here.
Okay. So from my backpack, I'm going to start pulling out my tent. And very quickly, it's going to become very obvious that I have picked a terrible spot to set it up in, and that I have no idea how to actually set it up, and have probably never set up a tent ever before in my life.
Okay. So you're just this is a nice spot. The title.
I try to help him.
Yeah. Stop. Skylar, get your own
Oh my
tent.
god, Dark, you're doing it wrong.
How do you know? When was the last time you set up a tent, Skylar?
Like frequently.
Frequently. Yeah? When was the last time?
Well, that one time that
do you need to get a hold of your date for tonight? Should you
know what, Dark?
magically call them?
You're just jealous, Dark. You're just.
Do you just call them? What do you do? Do you
Dark,
send up? Is there like a
have
little?
Have fun building your own tent.
Like a
Dark.
magical
Have
firefly
fun.
that you send
I'm not
up?
listening anymore, and I just walk up.
I'm gonna walk up to Miramath and cast Prestidigitation on him. Once again,
hit me with that 15%.
Do you not want it?
Hit me with
I
that
will
15%
allow it. My
arcane
boots are
spell
definitely
failure
wet.
chance.
Oh, 80. Take that, Jared.
I mean, sure. I'm damaged by your
Yeah.
prestidigitation.
So
what are you prestidigitizing?
I'm gonna clean off like the water or the gunk that's like probably all over the swamp gunk and everything off of him and me, and then awkwardly look at him and be like, I did not bring a tent, did you? And then take a few long blinks.
No, but I have my bedroll.
Will it fit two? We can do butt to tail. I don't mind.
No. Did you not bring?
I wasn't told what to bring. I have what I'm wearing and my sword.
That is all you have.
Yeah. What was I supposed to grab?
Literally anything else.
So you're saying no?
That is what I am saying.
Okay.
But I do have some help. And from my belt pouch, I pulled this small bead. And I go far enough in from shore, like, because obviously we're going to try and set up a camp. But I'm trying to find that place where it's like the fire isn't going to be affected. And I just, boom, drop it on the ground, and a campfire pops up.
Yeah, so you find a hammock of land that like rises up out from between the twists of the muck, and there's a lovely, nice, already roaring fire now set.
Beautiful. And then you see Artemis will remember that in the top right hand corner. Sorry, yeah.
I see what you did.
Yep, thanks.
Yeah, so when they're all done with this, they look over and there's like 3 posts that are just awkwardly crooked and then there's like canvas that's just sort of hanging. It's just hanging over this. And Darik is just looking at it with his arms crossed.
Did you need help, Dark?
Does it look like I need help?
Yes.
Answered my question. Not at all.
Is Dark proud enough to sleep inside of it,
Yeah.
even though it's a total S storm?
I think you would.
Yeah. He doesn't have a better option at this point. So that's what sleeping in it that's a bold statement you made. Maybe sleeping under this little bit of
Around it.
canvas that he's figured out. And yeah.
Yeah, and Skylar has basically set up her bedroll, but she's like kind of carved out this perfect little flat area, and she's kind of like trying to line her area with some rocks she found to make it look like a little bit more like neat and pristine and cute.
Now, are you doing it near where Rady did it, or are you doing it up by the fire?
By the fire.
Dark's isn't like super far away, but it's just not up there with them.
It's worth noting that the nice clothing that I have, while clean now and dry from Skylar's work, is definitely torn and damaged. Again, it was never going to be up to this task.
I feel like a lot of things are not up to this task. It's hilarious to me. Okay, so I assume you're gonna bed down for the evening until the sun comes up, and maybe you can get your bearings via the
Yes.
the sunrise. Are you planning on setting a watch rotation?
I would definitely suggest it.
Yeah, Miramath's going to do it.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, that's so sweet of you. And she like nestles herself into her bedroll, and she's like, guys, this is so cute. We're all sleeping outside under the stars. This is cute, right? Right, Darek?
No, nothing about this is cute, Skylar. What around you could possibly be considered cute?
It's cute.
I guess I will help as well. I call for a shift.
Cool.
Yeah.
Skylar's asleep.
All right. Nathan, I assume that means you're going to take the second shift.
Yes.
Are you going to take the second of 4 or the second of 2?
I'm going to take the second of 4, and I'm going to kick someone away. Whether they do their job or not, that is up to them.
All right. Well, before we get into that, let's go ahead and take some comments, and then we'll go to a quick break. And then we'll come back and see if we've all died in the night horribly.
Awesome.
Wonderful.
Dark Knight says, this is the craziness I thought it would be and needed tonight.
That's what we try for.
Sarah BC1 has cheered again, and Christy Lay has followed.
Ooh.
Thank you so much for following.
Tyrex99 is shipping Artemis and Miramath.
Crossbear 18 said, no cuddling, 6 feet apart.
Just cuddle for warmth.
Yeah, that's all it is. I offered butt to tail.
You did.
Yeah, that was offered.
It just needed to be known.
Scott Denuza is pointing out that after we graduated, they just told us to get out. And that's why that Artemis doesn't have a tent, I would guess. Or anything.
Or anything for that matter.
Anything at all.
Voss, earlier, when I was trying to provide backstory, said the chat requires backstory.
See?
Can we have an entire session of Nathan's backstory?
Scott Denuzo also said, Skylar is my queen. Take that, Dark.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. POTUS says Jack and Rose could have both fit on the floating wood.
Crossbear 18 pointing out to Katie, who was impatient about getting to shore. Just wait until you have to sit around for 3 hours just to finish a shopping episode, Katie. That's in your future.
Mhm.
If I survive, we'll see.
If you survive because of your own doing, or if you survive...
Like, is it character death or real death?
Well,
Someone up earlier in chat said that Katie's just playing herself And then Voss said that she was also playing Katie.
Oh, by double fisting the wine glasses?
Kitsu723 has now cheered as well. Thank you for the cheers.
Ooh.
And Crag, as Son of Horus earlier said, Big Red's bit record will never be touched.
That's a big record.
Yeah.
Big Red dropped like
Still got,
thousands of dollars in bits.
1,000 bits on people or something, like ridiculous. Tens of thousands of bits.
Yeah.
So
It's
why
crazy.
don't we take a break, use the restroom, refill drinks,
Yay.
and then we'll come back now that we're in the swamp to
In the
adventure
swamp.
and excitement.
Yeah, I was wondering, wow, we're getting right around all this swamp and the baddies, but
Yeah, well, it's all you had to build the
Oh.
backstory.
Goblin King.
I was
God,
trying to get
yeah.
all that exposition.
No,
I
now
was
it's gotta come
I
out-
was trying. I offered it.
Now it's got to come out in smaller, subtle bits.
Yep.
Time for a mid-show.
Yeah.
I am Nathan Andrasek. I am playing Sly in this next amazing season of Dragons and Things. I know that's not much to go off of, but he is Sly, and that is all you need to know. Okay, so he is a swashbuckler. He is a half-elf, with human and elf parent, not like two half-elf parents, because there's a lot of ways that you can do that. But father human, mom elf. He uses the rapier first and foremost. That's what he does. He's a fencer. So the swashbuckler has a bunch of different fighting styles to it, and so his weapon and style of choice is fencing. So it's like doesn't use a shield as much. There's a lot of the shield to the swashbuckler, but having taken some fencing stuff myself, I'm like, you don't have a shield here while you're fencing. Fencing is all about body positioning and needing to be light and quick, and the shield just kind of is like, that arm doesn't need to be tired. Sly knows he's the best. That's just what it comes down to. Everyone should be honored to be working with someone as great as Sly. He very much has this mentality of I'm better. Not than. It's not like I'm better than you as a class thing, but more like my abilities have been honed. I've spent time with this. Like, I am good at what I do, and what I do is for good, so let's just go with my route. I think that could have some butting heads in the future. But first and foremost, I mean, like, he's just gonna be a quick wit guy whose mouth can move as fast as his blade, essentially. So a lot of fun, but he's out for the greater good. He is out to help those who can't get access to, even something as little as food or water, but like, this is a world where magic items are for the wealthy. And so it's like, no, that's not how this should work. Everyone should get this. I've seen too much of this in my time. So as much as it is, here we go, I'm off on my mission, there's a part of his brain that says, what else can I be doing at the same time that doesn't hurt the mission, but then goes on and does some helpful things for other people. Jim has built this place that is super magical, but then that has led to the conflict. So it's that same idea of like, all the rich have these great magical things. It's helping their lives. It's amazing. And the poor don't. And so for Sly, he looks at that and he says, no, I want to get involved. When I was building the character as a rogue originally and wanted to make the swashbuckler move, I wanted him to be kind of like a fence. I wanted him to be a guy who can get things from one place to another. And so I still kind of think of that for Sly. I still think of him as a guy who's going to go out and get you what you need. And because of certain
shall we say, connections that he has throughout the city, he can make things happen. He can get things from point A to point B. I think that's going to be really fun to play with because Jim has already laid out such very specific districts. I'm blanking on all the different names, but there is the high society area. There is the Magic Academy area. There's the area that is clearly deprived of magical things, and they're just kind of on the outskirts, and things are tough. And I love that he's laid out this city for us in such intense detail. The world already has a queen, and this is what you call the queen, and it's like, oh my gosh, this is so in depth that I can already see how Sly probably, he came from this area over here, and now he's in Vantum, and now he's going from this part of town to this part of town, and he's able to walk everywhere and get people's attention, but in the way that doesn't get people's attention because of how the areas of town works and how he works. Yeah, I'm excited to see how that all plays out, though, how even individuals in the party interact with, the guild that we're a part of. We're going to be going on missions for them, and we've got our nice little setup there, but okay, how do you do missions for them, which might affect these people in a good way and these people in a bad way, and do we find a way to get these people to have a good outcome? I love that he's built such a complex place that we have to kind of think our way through. Hey, I'm Nathan Andrzejczyk. Catch me on the DAT Network Tuesdays on Twitch.
I think we're back. We're back. I think we're back. Welcome back. We are in the middle of the very first session of Jade Regent Adventure Path. And we have just gotten to what I would say would be maybe page 1 in the Adventure Path. So we're doing good. I really like the characters that we're experiencing in the first episode. I really like what we're doing here. I like what's happening. I think it's time for watches. Let's see what happens during watches. We just bedded down for the night, and some people are going to take watches. Some people are just going to sleep. We'll find out. We'll find out. If I recall from 8 minutes ago, Nathan was first up for the first watch. Correct? No. Chew was. See, that's why I ask.
It was me.
You're right. It's Artemis's, who tried to chase after the ferryman earlier, to no avail. It is your first watch. Everyone settles down for an evening of sleeping, because that's what you do. Go ahead and roll me a perception. And are you doing anything specific during your watch?
I am just standing over Mere Myth, watching him.
So you're watching him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
That's my watch.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
All right. You see the crap out of Merrimack. You're watching his elven nose hairs in and out with the air. He is safe and observed, and you feel proud of yourself.
I'm good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
No, I'll do that for a little bit, and then I'll start doing my rounds.
You while you're wandering about, you don't find anything. You find some evidence of some animals. You don't find anything as an immediate threat to you.
Okay.
It comes time to wake Mirameth for his watch. Do you want to do it like?
Oh, it's gonna.
Sensually? Like, what's your plan?
Oh no, no. It's gonna. It's gonna be gently, like, hey, buddy, it's time to get up for your watch, if you want to. Uh, but
I mean, are you
we,
just gonna do the watch?
I was thinking, I don't know why my voice changed, but we would just switch spots. I get the bedroll for your watch.
Yes. But then after my watch, you will have whoever's bedroll I awaken.
That sounds good to me.
Wonderful. And I do my watch.
Give me a perception and let me know if you're doing anything special.
I think I just kind of like always have my back to the fire. And I just am kind of keeping that watch out around me and just focusing on if there's any creatures, any movement in the brush. I'm not looking at one of my companions long.
That'd be creepy, right?
Yeah.
Artemis
Ooh.
is actually offended. He didn't get looked at.
That's only a 7.
All right. It's not great, but it's not. You're not falling asleep on watch.
No.
So you're traipsing about. You do see the occasional frog hopping from tree to tree, trying to search for the evening fireflies. Your watch passes with no major altercations.
Wonderful.
And it comes time for the next decision you must make.
What I do is I go over to Artemis. I wake him up and I say, "Go wake up the brother. Tell him it is his watch."
You smart son of a bitch. If that's the price of using your bed, I shall attempt it. And I go wake up Skylar.
What? You go to her neat manicured like rock garden area, and she's sound asleep.
And I just like touch my foot to her foot and nudge her with as much distance as I can.
I wake up.
Terribly sorry to bother you, but it is your turn for the watch. And
Oh.
I get to use your bed.
Oh, ew. Yeah, so, yeah.
Mhm.
But no. So, you know what? Thank you so much. I need like a solid 8 hours, just to be able to like get through the day. You get it. Thank you. Oh,
Mhm.
thank you. And she just rolls over and falls right back asleep.
He's gonna stand up confused and walk back and do her shift of the watch as well.
All right. Okay.
Oh my god.
Go ahead and give me a perception and let me know if you're doing anything crazy.
That is a 13 and nothing crazy, mostly mumbling to myself. Like, we talked about this. You stand up for yourself. They're gonna walk all over you. We took the classes. Hoping that no one can hear me. And then when I finish my watch, I'm gonna wake up Miramath again and ask him what to do.
Well, if you woke up the brother for his watch, wake up the sister for her watch.
So I'm gonna go wake up the brother. I go to gently touch his tent and it collapses on top of him. And I go, I'm so sorry. It's your turn for the watch. I got told to wake you
Gross.
up.
What time is it's still
I-
dark out? No,
I
I
have no
need
idea.
10
No,
hours
but-
for proper
but
beauty rest.
Yes, but
It's not. Thank you. I really do appreciate it, but no, please come back with room service later. And I actually take the canvas of the tent and just sort of roll into it.
And with almost the same exact look I gave the first time, I stand up and I go do his watch.
Okay. Give me a perception.
That's a 4.
All right. Again, you don't fall asleep, but you're drifting. You're drifting. The sun starts to crest. You believe. It's hard to tell. It gets a little bit brighter. There is a large fog that seems to be ever present here. But you think it gets a little bit warmer. So you think it's probably morning. Side note, my friend, you're going to be fatigued.
I know it.
Okay. All right.
But that's how my character
If we were,
is.
I'd give you the fatigue card, but I don't have the cards, so.
What is a fatigue? Our fatigue is
So
minus
the fatigued condition, you can neither run nor charge. You take a -2 to strength and dex. Doing anything that would cause you to become fatigued would now make you become exhausted.
which
After
is
8 hours of
one
complete
action.
rest, fatigued characters are no longer fatigued.
Cool.
So that usually equates to -1 strength modifier and -1 dex modifier
Yeah,
for things.
it's cool. It's not like my armor bonuses for Dex.
Yeah. So, are you going to wake people up, or just let them get up naturally? Because I feel like if you let them go naturally, there's a certain family that's not going to wake up for a while.
I'm gonna stand up and walk to Miramath again, and
This if it's possible for a tiefling to have a sunken
like
shadow
eye.
face.
Again, I am so sorry to bother you, but I have done 3 watches
What?
tonight, and I am tired. Can you please deal with these people? And you see him just kind of like sit down and close his eyes for a little bit for like whatever amount of time he gives me to deal with them.
Yes, rest yourself. I pick up my shield and I grab my short sword and I go up to the collapsed tent and I just start smacking my sword against the shield. Wake up!
You see Skylar come running out from like the trees and she's like, What do you need? I was doing yoga.
I need you to have done your watch. We have a member of our team who is going on little to no sleep.
Oh yeah, no, he totally offered to do it last night. It was so sweet. And then like she's in a different outfit somehow, and it's like a workouty, yoga-y sort of outfit. So then she like kind of like goes back to where she was like doing yoga early morning.
Yeah, if he didn't want to do it, he could have just said so. And then I shuffle in and find my headphones and put my earmuffs on. Not headphones, earmuffs on.
Artemis, I guess, did you offered?
Offered. I'm like with my eyes closed, far away, yelling this. More like forced.
I thought as much.
Yes.
Look, we cannot stay here much longer. We must start making our way out of the swamp.
And Skylar emerges from the forest again. It's only been like 10 seconds. She's already in her adventuring outfit, her beautiful dress and cape and sparkly, glittery everything. And all her stuff's already packed up and she's ready to go.
Wonderful. Have you already enjoyed a ration this morning?
Oh, yeah.
Well, see, there you go, Artemis. You just give her the last watch. She seems to be up this time anyway.
Now I know.
Now you...
Yeah, I'm going to take an annoyingly long time to try to break down my tent and get it all packed up. It will not fit back in the package that I got it out of, no matter how hard I try.
Now, are you going to still bring it with you or just abandon it on the shore?
No, it's going to come for a while until I do eventually abandon it. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to... The pride level will make it come with me for a while.
Okay. It takes a little bit, but you get up and you're ready to move.
But when I've done that and I am ready, I'm going to go sit down at the campfire or where the campfire was and just wait for Mirameth and say, when he does eventually come up to me, because I'm sure he will to get us to move, I'll say, yes, 2 eggs, no yolks, please. I need coffee, strong, and 1 toasted piece of bread, half butter, half plain, please.
No. And I say the command word that collapses the fire into a small bead again, pick it up, and put it in my pouch where it was, essentially saying that the kitchen's closed.
And I look at him, I go, does that make you happy?
Yeah.
Makes me very happy.
Do you feel joy to hurt other people? That's
You-
a sick
you have
perversion you
compassion.
have.
I pull out like my rations, which is just like, you know.
And I actually take it from his hand. I say, thank you so much. Thank
No,
you.
I take
I'll remember this. And I start eating
let him
it.
Take it. I don't let him take it.
Sleight of hand to have taken it or to avoid it being taken.
Yeah, I guess sleight of hands are
Would I need to? Because I don't want him to take it. I'm not trying to hand it to him. This is my
maybe be
breakfast.
a CMB versus your CMD.
So wait, who's CMB versus who's CMD?
So it's going to be your CMB or CMD Rady. Or I'm sorry, your CMB or sleight of hand against Nathan's CMD. His combat maneuver defense.
Yeah, okay. So I will just roll my sleight of hand. Dirty 20.
Oh,
Do
damn.
it.
So you now have a hold of most of a whole ration.
Yeah, I'm like, you took a bite, but I do appreciate it. Thank you. And I start eating it.
But as he's eating
it's
it,
so gross. I feel so fat doing this, and but I keep eating it.
But as he's eating it, all of a sudden it turns into his toast with half butter, half plain, and his 2 egg whites and his coffee.
Aw.
Well, it
Skylar,
could taste.
that's so nice.
It could taste like that. Can't turn into that.
It tastes like that then. I said, wow, this is delicious. Great work, Skylar.
You wouldn't know it was me, would you? Maybe.
Oh, I don't know. I thought I saw you cast it. If I didn't, doesn't matter. I'm going to eat the thing and we're going to move on. And the flavor text is now over.
I'm just writing down. You owe me.
Are you going to try and just go a direction? Like just in, or Nathan had mentioned earlier about following the shoreline, maybe?
That's what I would want to do.
Well, I feel like no one's going to offer an alternative
Yes.
choice.
Yeah.
I am still
that.
asleep.
Oh yes, I wake him up, pack up my bedroll, and say,
I sigh and get up.
"We must be on, Artemis. You can sleep this evening."
Do you have a ration I could share?
And you see me actually take what's left of my ration. I've taken like 2 bites of it, and I'm like, oh, I'm so full. I feel like such a fatty, and I throw it into the river, of the water. And I go, ugh, couldn't eat another bite. Keep walking.
I guess that's a no. Where are we going to?
Going to do our best to follow the shoreline.
Yeah, I will follow you. I am a little drowsy, so
you were
I
a
can.
tiefling.
In no way can I run. One
No
would
way.
say that I am fatigued.
Look it.
So you head off, trying to follow the shoreline as best as possible. Eventually, some rocky outcrops push you a little bit deeper into the trees and the swamp actual rather than the delta. Give me, after about an hour, everyone can give me a perception check.
Does fatigue affect perception?
Yeah, no, it doesn't
Okay.
affect that.
5.
Ooh, dirty. No, 21.
Natural 20, which makes it a 20.
So
21.
Artemis and Miramath notice up ahead the coppery smell of freshly rend flesh overwhelms your senses. Ahead of you and slightly into the underbrush lies a crumpled mess
Oh
of
my
bloody
god.
and green tinged skin.
Ew! What is that?
I would like to. I'll draw my short sword. I'll have my shield out, and I'll just slowly walk towards it.
Okay. Upon closer inspection, it appears to be what could only be described as the bottom half of a goblin. The blood is still viscous, indicating it is relatively freshly killed in a violent and vicious nature. You can do a heal check if you'd like to find out more about it.
Heal him.
I would like to do that. That is a 4.
A 4.
14.
Oh,
Sorry.
14. It's different. You can't exactly figure out what happened here, but you can tell that the flesh and meat were cut with either a very toothy animal with a large maw, or maybe a very poorly made serrated blade.
Mm.
But you cannot really get more on that. The ground around it has been trampled as well.
Do you share that with us, Nathan?
Yes, I do.
I believe our friend mentioning that we were in Goblin Country.
Goblins, yes. I mean, it looks to be a goblin, but what I'm more worried about is what killed the goblin. Some sort of creature.
Why are you going over near it? Let's just go around it.
Yeah, ew.
This is gross.
Can I search that body? That lower body?
Ew!
Oh, what are you doing?
Sure.
Why do you want to go
Yeah.
near that?
Oh,
Ugh.
he probably wants to eat it.
Give me a
Ew.
perception.
We have
I
to
think-
see who it is.
I think his kind eats them.
17.
Skylar.
Oh my gosh,
You
it's
don't
dark.
find
He
much.
might
You
be
find what appears to be a dead bird skull in one of its
Hmm.
pockets, and what look like 3 purple berries in its right pocket.
So his name was Birdberry. I don't know more about him, but I'm gonna pocket those berries.
I think he just took that guy's wallet.
Did you take that guy's wallet?
Did you just take that guy's wallet?
Ew! Did you touch it?
No,
Ew.
I grabbed 3 berries out of his pocket. Did you want the bird skull? You're more than welcome to it.
You're that hungry that you're gonna eat gross berries out of a dead body?
Ew.
Look, I have not had food. You had.
Hey, whose fault is that?
I mean,
You can live an exponentially long time without any food.
Yeah, tell us about that, Skylar.
Skylar, didn't you just eat?
Yeah.
What did you eat?
Breakfast.
Got him.
No more questions. Does the tracks look like they're leading to anywhere, or it's just
No,
like
it looks
this mess
like
around
a
it?
jumble of this ways and that ways, and like it might have even been killed somewhere else and brought here. Somehow, like animals do, maybe.
Nathan, you already did survival, right?
I did not. If you
Oh.
I'm gonna start making my way around this and just continuing on the direction that we were going.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm like tiptoeing, like the whole way.
Yeah, arms are crossed. I'm keeping my distance from it, and
I mean, other than the me bashing the microphone, other than other than the smell of blood and copper in your nose, it doesn't seem to really affect anything other than being in your way. What about you two? Are you hanging out more? Are you moving on?
I guess.
Artemis, I think. Did you say you wanted to do survival?
Yeah, just real fast.
What are you trying to discern?
I would like to see if there if there are any signs of it being like moving through like broken branches or from
Okay.
like bushes, stuff like that.
Okay.
Like show a direction that it would be going. That is a 13.
Okay. It's pretty obfuscated by a lot of the track because it is essentially in mud and silt. The only clue is that some of the blood seems to go off in a similar direction that you are going.
Okay. Then I'll
But
stand up.
it's not a lot, and it's just like a drop or two.
Okay. Then I'll stand up, share that with Miramath, and then walk towards Skylar, and then come Miramath. I can't seem to see. The only thing I see is that the blood is going in the direction that they're walking, and we might as well keep up with them.
You're very quiet, Nathan. We didn't hear nothing.
Sorry, that was a frog in my throat.
Uh,
I said I would hate to see anything happen to them. Yes.
why do I feel like we're gonna break this paladin?
Going to?
So you continue on, searching for signs of a way out of the swamp, or whatever you want, really. I assume you're searching for the swamp. Everyone, after another hour or so, everyone give me another perception check.
That's another nat 20.
That's a 9.
15.
Okay. Nothing jumps out at you as not ordinary. You continue down your tracks, or down in that direction, and it appears that the perseverance to press on in this direction has paid off. As the growth pulls back just a bit to reveal an old footpath. While not well traveled, it should make movement a little bit easier. In fact, just 50 yards away, you can see a small wooden swamp bridge leading from one hammock to another, crossing over one of the spindly armed branches of the river. There are a few missing planks and some covered in mossy patches, but otherwise it looks pretty sturdy. It is wide enough for one person at a time, and it stretches about 15 to 20 feet across the river branch.
Detect magic.
Okay. You do not detect any sorts of magic coming from the bridge or the surrounding areas.
So I don't really slow down. I just walk across the bridge.
Okay. You carefully pick, not carefully, but you are sure not to step on the gaps or on the mossy patches, and you get across the bridge.
But I do it so unexcitedly, like my arms are just still crossed, and I'm just like, just walk across the bridge. Like to me, nothing that didn't faze me at all. I just kept walking.
Okay. Do you keep walking once you get across the bridge?
Let's find out. I'm gonna see if I perceive that they are not behind me, because if they are or are not behind me, will kind of dictate that. In fact, I'll let them decide whether or not they're coming across, and then I'll tell you whether I keep going or not, because I don't know. If they keep walking, then I probably know that they are or are not behind me, depending on what they do.
I would follow him across the bridge.
Okay.
So if she's coming, then I'll keep walking.
Yeah, you guys cross the bridge and advance on. Who's next for the bridge, or not for the bridge, really?
I'll go
Okay.
next. Water.
Artemis,
Hey.
as you cross the bridge.
I'm over here.
You get across the bridge with no real problems. However, when you place your foot back on terra firma, there is the sound of a rush of water, and what can only be described as a giant muddy sloop. As it's going to be initiative, you look up and you see a giant parasite balloon to monstrous proportions undulating its way towards you, and a circular maw of spiral teeth open, moving in to bite you.
Oh my god, Bird, what did you do?
So we are now into initiative. So give me a
baby.
second to find where Quigley hid the battle music.
Initiative.
Roll the
that
5.
ain't
Ugh.
So 7.
Do I have a reroll? Because I think I want to use it.
You have the roll to.
I do have a reroll. I believe that was from Sarah BC1 earlier. So thank you so much, Sarah BC1. I'm going to use that on this initiative check because I do think that this is important. That's better. It's not as bad as it was. 16 is my total.
12 is mine.
Said 12.
Yeah, 12.
I got a 9.
Okay, so we got Dark. We have Artemis. What did you have, Katie?
7.
7. Okay. Then we have Merrimeth. Then I get to go. And then we have Skylar's turn. However, I get an attack this round because Dewall is surprised.
Oh yeah, Dewall?
Artemis
Dewall,
surprise?
damn it. Not Dewall.
I could have made him. I could have
No.
just put him in this game.
No. So leaping towards you, this circular maw tries to bite you and probably is going to miss with the... What is your flat-footed AC?
Oh god. 1 second.
-1 to your dex right now.
It's true.
That is a 12.
Okay, it is going to miss you. It flies past you, trying to bite.
Oh god.
Luckily, it did not get you, but you did see rows upon rows upon rows of teeth here.
That is very upsetting.
And you know what I did forget?
No.
I didn't forget. I didn't activate it.
You're +3.
No, we have
Wow,
Sarah
magic.
BC1's chaos.
Oh.
Chaos upon chaos. So let's roll to see who it's going to affect. I'm just going to go in the order of my screen here.
Do you, Jared? Oh, never mind. I think if you shared the screen, that would be bad. Never mind.
You'll see the stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
What I can do for next week is set up a widget through Streamlabs, maybe.
Yeah.
It looks like, of course it is. It's going to affect Merrimeth.
This is just not your day.
Roll me a D20, please.
Oh, man.
15.
15. Okay. It is not the worst, but it is not the greatest. Anytime you attempt to use a weapon that you are holding, or an item that you are holding, be it a sword, a shield, a potion, there is a 10% chance that it gets teleported into your bag or the belt of a random ally within 60 feet.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So there is a 10% chance that goes awry.
Wonderful.
Yes, it is.
I like it.
Now, it is Darik's turn. You see this, you probably heard it more than saw it. A large, giant leech, for lack of a better term, launch itself at Artemis.
Ew. I'm going to. I want to duck into some cover. Can I activate stealth mode and try to?
Yeah, there's plenty here to hide in.
Yeah, I'm gonna activate stealth mode, and while I move, I'm gonna draw a crossbow, I believe. No, I'm lying to you. I'm sorry. I have a short bow.
So here's the question, because we're level 1s. Do you have a base attack bonus yet?
I don't think I do. So I think you're right about what you're about to say there, which is
Yeah.
I can't draw while I
Can't draw
move.
as a move.
Right.
I blame Jim for me knowing that.
Yep. That's fine. I'll just move into to stealth mode and then draw my bow when I am properly there.
Okay. You have moved and drawn.
And
Yeah,
I will
Give me a stealth check. Yeah.
give you a stealth. It's not a fantastic one, but I'll use one of my. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use my edge and roll a second time and take the higher results.
Okay.
Or not edge. You know what it's called.
Lucky.
Wow, I think I rolled the same thing. Yep, 15.
50. Yeah, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. Especially if you were up close, you could see that this thing's eyes are very, very tiny. It
Yeah,
almost
it's scary.
moves. Yeah. That brings us to Artemis. They shot out, tried to attack you, missed,
Missed.
and now you are fatigued and within striking range if you'd like to be.
I am. I am going to pull my elvish curved blade out. I can still attack after pulling it out.
Do you have a base attack bonus?
Nope.
Then you have to use your action to draw the weapon.
That is my turn then.
Okay. You do have a move. Like you can
Move
take
back.
a 5-foot step. You can
Yeah,
run away.
I'll take a 5-foot step to stop.
The question: Are you
full-
taking it back onto the bridge or onto the shore?
Sure.
Okay. Mirameth, you
Yeah.
see from behind the bridge this long, slanky, cream-colored creature shoot out from the water edge, and is now engaged with your friend. Friend might be a loose term. Artemis.
So I am gonna already I've been walking with my shield on my arm, but I'm gonna grab that short sword again, cross the bridge, and make an attack. I do have a base attack bonus of 1.
Okay, then you can draw as a move, or
Oh.
during your move.
Cool. And so I will go up to hit.
Okay. Give me an attack roll, please. But first,
Ooh, 10%
Oh, yeah.
chance.
give me a percentage roll. You're looking for below 90%.
For below 90. Okay. Well, that's a 300. I mean a 3.
Okay, so your weapon stays in your hand.
Wonderful. So I don't
Yeah.
even know this is a thing. I'm just like, let's just fight this thing. All right. I am going to use my other lucky to get rid of that 1.
All right, all right.
That's good.
And instead, I'm going to have a 19 on the dice, which is a critical hit for me.
Oh.
Well, it's a
my
critical
short-
hit chance.
Well, right.
yes.
Yes.
Chance. So I need to roll again.
Confirm.
15 on the dice.
That will confirm.
Yeah.
Confirm that
As a
crit.
critical hit.
And now I will double that. So that is now 2d6 worth of damage. Is the +2 doubled? No.
Is it
For
precision?
for Pathfinder, I believe it is all damage is doubled,
It's a precision, I thought.
except the sneak attack damage. Yeah.
Oh, dang. Well, that sucks. So I rolled a 2 and a 1 on the dice.
Ooh.
That's them great crits. Those great crit feelings right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's 3 plus, we're saying the +2 is doubled, so 4, so 7.
7 damage. Gotcha. Not the worst.
Not the worst.
Some gross,
Really close.
runny ichor flies from the side of this creature. I want to back up a moment. I was corrected by Jim Jam in chat. Drawing is a move action, and you didn't move. So drawing while moving is the +1 base attack. So you could have drawn Chew and swung. So retroactively, I can let you be there and take a swing if you'd like.
Excellent. Yes, I would. Ooh, that is a 18, which is a critical threat.
Yeah, baby.
I've outlawed Elven Curve Blades.
Yeah. And let's see.
But I haven't even drawn mine yet.
Ooh, that's not going to confirm. That's a 7.
Yeah, that doesn't confirm, but it is a hit.
For the confirming, because this is still new to me-ish, we it's the dice roll itself, or do you still get to add your?
You add your mod. It's almost like you're doing a whole nother attack. Add everything in.
Cool. That's
and
what I
if
thought.
you hit that AC number, then it confirms.
Cool. And then. Ooh, that's max damage 10.
Bam, 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 bam.
Bam, bam.
Wait.
Oh, I wish I would have confirmed that crit.
But you still did more damage than my crit. So
Yeah.
Did you factor in your strength negative?
Oh, no, I didn't.
you have a strength negative.
Wait, no, I used my dex. Or oh, that's a minus to dex as well. So
You
it'd
use
be
your dex to hit. You still use strength for damage.
Mm-hmm.
You got me there. So what is that?
So what's your current modifier at?
0.
Okay.
Oh, so it's 10.
So then it's base dice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm good.
Yeah. I mean, just making sure you're not.
Yeah.
Because if it was -4,
No.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah, it scared me there.
Well, that brings it back to my turn. And I feel like this is good because he's only going to get one. Let's see, is he going to attack Nathan or Chew, who's right there?
Ooh.
Say evens Nathan, odd Chew. You're going, of course, going after Nathan.
I think it's
that's what happens.
after Nathan.
So again, the circular maul, it like coils back down in a little spring light action and tries to shoot forth at you. This one, a 14 does not hit you, correct?
Nope, it does not.
Lame. That is what he did for his turn. That brings us to Skylar. You see this creature attacking your friends or compatriots over by the bridge. They seem to be unharmed. They're messing this creature up pretty well. What do you do?
She goes, ew, that is so disgusting. Ew, Darek, kill it. And then she kind of just like, ugh. And as she does that, this like glittery, it almost looks like little like twinkling stars with a burst of energy comes like flying from her hands as she casts Magic Missile.
Okay. Magic Missile is a automatic hit. So roll your damage.
That would be a 3. And because of those sparkling little starlights that went with that magic missile, the creature is also going to be dazzled for 1 round.
Ooh.
Well, it's easy to be dazzled when you've exploded.
Oh!
It only
But
had
I got a
2 hit
kill.
points left because of the swording. And this giant leech is made short work of and is destroyed as the icky goo-like innards explode all over Artemis and Mirameth.
Haha! Mirameth, we got him!
Now,
Ew.
Mirameth, you also feel like that your tenuous grasp on things persists until the timer runs out on my phone here.
Oh, great.
Which, if I'm looking at the clock, it's going to go through the rest of the episode.
Oh, great.
So, just a heads up, just so you know,
Love it.
it's active for an hour.
Thank you, Sarah BC1.
Um,
So much.
So I didn't hit you at all, and I'm sad and depressed, and Trill Surge is upset with me, rightfully so.
No.
Anywho, you've crossed the bridge,
Excellent.
We did it.
so you're getting across, or you're continuing down the path, I assume.
Yes.
Do you come out, Rady? Do you come out of the woods or out of the tree line?
Oh, yeah. But they don't know where I came from because I'm so stealthy. And I come out and I'm like, oh, what was, you guys, good job, you know? Great work.
It was Skylar who delivered the killing blow. It was frankly incredible.
Yeah, she's amazing. Great job, sis.
Thanks.
Further down this trail, I need everyone to give me a perception check again.
Oh, chance encounter.
Finally did it. I rolled a nat 20,
Woo!
which brings me to a 25, I believe, Jared.
That's a
Okay.
3. That's a 3.
I rolled an 8. I mean, well, my total's an 8.
Okay. What about you, Nathan?
I had a 7.
Okay, so Rady notices, more so hears than sees right away, the sound of water and mud splash behind you. Turning, you can see a few three-toed footprints slowly filling with the brackish swamp water. Prints lead towards you, then vanish into the vegetation.
How big
So
a...
I heard basically heard a footstep. Squish.
You heard like a squish, yeah, like a
and I
footstep in
turned
mud.
around and there are footprints.
There's footprints that are slowly filling in with the surrounding water.
So I look at
Indicating that
I look at my foot. I look at Skylar's foot. I look at Artemis's foot. Mirameth's.
Do you have
So there's
boots on,
something-
Artemis?
What?
Do you have boots on, Artemis?
Yes, I do. I said it in the beginning.
Yeah, I say, there is something else over here, and I do not want to deal with it. And then I actually go into stealth mode and go duck behind
Deal with it.
the nearest tree.
Okay.
I pointed towards the footprints before I ducked away.
Yeah, he points out that there's footprints. They are roughly
Another
roughly
nat
your
20.
size. Or
For
roughly
stealth.
roughly medium-sized creature.
So
footprint.
stealth.
And then he seems to have vanished whilst you were all looking at that.
Like Batman.
He straight Batman to you, yeah.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing?
Look, trying to see how far the footprints go to. Do they just disappear into the water?
They go into the underbrush a little bit, into like a thicket.
And how big again were they?
Medium creature, not like a human size, but still
Yeah.
big enough.
Larger than like a regular frog or anything like that.
Oh yeah.
Mm,
Yeah. Maybe like double size a Great Dane, maybe.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Yeah, Math, did you want to check this with me?
It is a creature of this area. We could just try to pass by.
It's your call. I'm very weary, so I could just be imagining this right now.
Could be worth some sort of check, I suppose. I'm going to try to where is it on my sheet? I'm gonna try to intimidate whatever's in the brush.
Intimidate the bush.
Like, I'm trying to. If it's just a creature, I don't want to just kill everything in our path.
Right, you're trying to like scare it off or whatever.
Yeah, I want to scare it off. So I've got my short sword out, kind of how I woke them up this morning, and I just start banging on the shield, trying to make loud noises.
Okay, give me an intimidate roll.
Okay. That's a nat 20 plus 2 is 22.
Nice.
Third nat 20 of the night.
All right, well then. Okay, you hear from off in the distance, you hear a grunt and a faint growl and then you hear it scurrying off into the distance.
Nice.
It might have been a wild pig. It might have been, I don't know. It might have been a lot of things.
Who knows what it was? I scared it.
Good job.
Did.
That's
And
all.
it is
That's
gone.
all we needed.
Skylar's not paying attention to anything that just happened, and she's just still like trying to tiptoe through like the mud and the
You
branches.
see the largest spider web you've ever seen in your life off in the.
Oh my
in the
god.
Ew.
Wait, are you being serious?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I don't. Ooh.
Must continue.
Do we all see that?
I use
Yeah.
Mage Hand to take it down.
Yeah.
So,
How
swip
big is it?
away. Yeah. You. It's luckily uninhabited. You wipe it out of your path and you continue on.
Good. I was about to spark that.
I look around. Is Darik with us?
Oh,
Oh yeah. I mean, I assume he's moving along with you. You're still stealthed, or do you unstealth?
Sorry, I'm having some problems with PC gen, which is a sentence no one's ever said in their whole life.
Never.
Yeah, no, I'm stealthing along with them. You want me to roll another check with it? Or...
No, I mean, as long as I just need to know if you're there with them.
Yeah, I'm coming with
Nathan,
them.
you can give me a perception if you want to see if you can spot him.
12.
No. But you also know that he's probably not the kind of guy that's just going to go off on his own.
I'll assume he's somewhere. And also part of me is like, if we...
It's like, is it a loss? After another little bit, a muddy trail leads up to a swampy lagoon. The open ocean is visible just beyond the shallow waters. While an old two-story building, its walls soggy with moss and its roof sagging with age, sits on the lagoon's eastern shore. Opens up into the clearing in front of you. The path seems to continue to the doorway.
Do I get a creepy vibe? The dude said something about a witch living in the area.
Oh.
And there are also goblins.
Can I do a detect magic on the house?
You can. How close to the house are you getting?
Close.
Ooh.
I think it's cute.
Okay. Yeah, you can.
I'm back far.
There
Like,
is a sense of magic coming from inside, not a very strong sense, but a magic of the transmutation school.
Interesting.
Oh my gosh, guys, this place is so cute. And there's something magical inside, but like not a lot, but just a little.
Go check for us.
You hear a voice from the woods say, No, I've dated witches before. They're not to be messed with. Let's go away.
Oh,
how
Dark,
many
that's so
witches?
cute to think that you actually had a chance with a witch. That's so cute.
Yeah, do you remember Jennifer? I dated Jennifer.
Oh.
Do you remember her?
I remember Jennifer. She wasn't
and
a
you
witch.
called her a witch.
Well, yeah, obviously, that's different. She wasn't actually a witch.
Yeah, okay. And how about your actual date that you had last night? Was that actually
You know
a
what,
date?
Dark? You don't even know.
You're right. I don't know, and I don't want to know.
Ew, Dark, why don't you just like stop hiding in the woods and like come in this
No,
house
I'm very
with me?
comfortable, thank you. Why don't you stop just prancing through trying to find witches and disturb houses where they eat children?
Ugh, Dark! I go inside the house.
You reach for the door to open the door. At the exact same moment, the door opens from within. Standing in front of you is a small halfling. He looks a little... It's not the same halfling.
Oh.
This halfling looks a little worse for wear. He looks clearly exhausted, and there are a few wounds on him. But he answers the door and puts on a chipper face like, yes, how can I help you today?
You poor thing. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'll be fine.
Oh, well, we're looking for something.
The way out.
Yeah, we got stuck here and now we don't know how to leave. Can you help us?
Oh, the way out is down to the southeast, past the goblin encampment. There is a path that goes, and it takes you right up the cliffside onto the main road, and you're all good. Good day. And he closes the door.
You guys, he said to go northwest and down the hill.
Did I actually? Would I have heard him actually?
I mean, he wasn't quiet, but she's the only one that went straight up to the house.
Yeah, I said I was far away, so I didn't.
So give me a perception just to see.
I didn't.
I didn't. I got a
There was a
natural one.
bird. I looked at the bird.
Yeah, it was a swamp bird.
Yeah, big old swamp bird.
So I go back up to Mirameth and I'm like, so I think he said to go northeast or maybe it was southeast. Either way, it's somewhere like that way.
I'm going to trust her judgment and start walking the way she pointed.
Stop. That's not good enough.
Oh, okay. I'll go ask him again. It's fine. We're like friends. So I go and I'm like, excuse me, cute little guy. Excuse
You
me.
open the door again. He's like, what?
Oh, I'm sorry. What direction are we supposed to? Do you think you could show me, please? Just like a little bit of the way.
He says the southeast, and he points and he slams the door.
Oh, I didn't even get to roll a diplomacy check.
There's things happening.
What was it again?
Southeast.
Southeast.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, guys, sorry, it was southeast. That way.
He was awfully rude.
It's fine. Do you want me to talk to him again?
Perhaps. I mean, at least for an apology. Someone's.
Excuse me.
He opens the door again, clearly flustered. What? What do you want? I'm trying to rest. Oh, I sound like this guy again, but I'm not. What do you want? I'm trying to rest.
I'm really sorry. My friends they just don't trust me that you said southeast. Do you think maybe you could just like shout it to them so they can hear you? Thanks.
Yeah, now give me a diplomacy check.
Okay. Question for you though.
Yeah.
Obviously not my attitude, but would your character find mine attractive, physically attractive? It's important.
Stand by.
She would also be able to see like inside the hut, right? Because she could see over his head.
He's not really open. He's not like a wide open thing. It's like a head stick out.
Okay.
Normally this halfling would find you attractive, yes.
Okay.
Ooh.
Woo, that's an 18 plus 5 on diplomacy.
He steps out the front door, closes it gingerly behind him, and points to the south. He said, "There, past the Licktoad village. That's where the goblins are. There's a path that goes right up the cliffside, onto the road. And good day."
Sir, I know, I'm terribly sorry. We are lost. We're gonna need a little bit more than that. Could you walk us at least to Toad Village, you said?
Do you not see? I've got wounds all over me.
Yes, do you need help?
I do. Can you offer it?
I mean, I can make a heal check that could help you if you have anything.
I don't. That's why I was resting inside.
Happened to you?
There was a giant snake. It came onto my property and I chased it off and
Ew.
it bit me. I'm still suffering from a little of the poison.
Ew.
Yep, that's what he said.
Can I roll sense motive?
You can.
Seven.
He beat himself up.
You did get in a fight with a snake.
No. It's always good to know, though. Well, we would be
I
careful
want
of
that
that
magic item so bad, but I don't know how to work it into story.
Are you gonna heal him?
You said, can you kill him?
Heal him.
I could, but
You have the ability to do so?
I do not have any ability to heal them, nor potions or wands.
That's what I'm wrestling with, because I do have the ability to heal him, but I'm also looking around at my party. I'm wondering if I'm going to need these things for myself.
I'd probably whisper it in Mirror Math, like, do we need to heal him? Like,
Okay, so then I literally, while they're like not doing it, I'm like, oh, you poor thing. Okay, I will help you. Of course. Oh, I rolled a 19, so that's a dirty 20 for a heal check.
So you kind of go over him and try to figure out what his issue is, which is what that heal check does. And you find clearly the snake bites. And you're just like, this is where the ointment would go in. But give me, as you're close to him, give me a perception check.
13.
You notice, because you're trying to help him, there is a strange, as you pass like by one of the bites on his arms, you notice there's a strange rippling effect that seems to slither over his arm. It's not there's no tactile feel to it. It's just kind of a visual ripple.
Ew. So I back away, like really far away. I'm just like, something's moving inside of his skin. Ew.
He's like, oh, get it out.
No, ew. And then I like really like back up out of his place and everything.
He's kind of panicking. He's get it out. And he runs towards you. As he's running towards you,
I magic
you
missile
were right there. I'll let you give me another perception check.
19.
Okay. As he's running towards you, you see the rippling effect start to spread as he starts to assume the form of a wrinkled, hunchbacked humanoid creature with molted brown and red flesh and a spherical head with no true face, only a crooked slit of which a rasp-like tongue periodically lashes.
Papa?
And because you noticed it, you will get an attack during the surprise round. But we're going to be in initiative here. I got to find the battle music again.
What in tarnation?
Got to find the battle music.
I think, yeah. What?
Yeah. So
Okay.
give me everyone's initiative roll.
Hey,
That's 13.
Me too.
14.
Oh, you think you're better than us?
Yes.
Who's got the higher initiative bonus?
You
Between
probably
Katie
do.
and
I
Chu.
have a one. No, I have a 1.
I have a 2.
How do you have a 1 when your dex is a 4?
Maybe I'm reading it wrong.
No, you've got it right.
Oh no, I have a 4. I have a 4. I am dumb.
What about you there, Daharik?
7.
Nice. You're still before him. Okay. So Katie, you're gonna get an attack here before he gets an attack.
Mm-hmm.
Let me pull up a better description of what you're actually looking at, so you can make an informed decision.
Oh, I already know what she's gonna do.
A hairless, leathery biped with a face dominated by a grotesque and unsettling tongue and mouth slit.
Sweet.
Ew.
Okay. What are you doing as he charges towards you?
Oh, so she was like backing up and she's like, ew, this nice, kind old man just turned into like this really gross, scary, disgusting thing.
Yeah, Skylar, we
No.
know. We're all here.
Oh my gosh, Darik, help me, do something. And then she's just like, ah, and she casts a magic missile.
Okay. You're gonna get an attack of opportunity because you're right up with him.
Cast defensively.
It's a. I mean, I guess it's just an attack.
Yeah,
so
it's like a low level thing. Yeah, you don't need to.
But well, because it's the prize round.
Wait, am I rolling or?
What's your current AC?
Mine?
Yeah.
12.
Well, it doesn't matter. He rolled a 3, so he swipes at you for an attack of opportunity and misses. And you fire your magic missile at him, which again hits because
Max
it's a magic
damage,
missile.
4, and he's dazzled for 1 round.
Okay. You hit him with some force bolts that blast into him.
And I would like to back up.
Well,
I'd like to.
hang on.
Sorry.
Okay. You hit him. And okay, and you take yeah, I mean, I guess he already took his swing at you, so you can take your full move if you'd like.
Yeah, I use it.
Okay. You can tell that the dazzling did not affect him.
Okay.
He seems to brush it off. I just need to find what this is here. Okay. Now it's his turn. He moves what's his move? Yep, he moves back up against you, Katie, and tries to slam you. But you're still the closest to him. He tries to raise his hands and slam into your chest with it's gonna be a 17 to hit.
Yes.
Okay, you're gonna take 3 points of damage, and you are grabbed.
Oh, good.
But that was the surprise round, and now it is Mirameth's turn. Skylar is currently grabbed by this creature that has once looked like a halfling, no longer. What do you do?
Well, I am going to I'm gonna run up again. I'm gonna pull my sword and attack.
Okay, give me 10% chance.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
54. We
All right.
good?
You do it.
All right. So that is a total of 17 to hit.
That is going to hit.
Wonderful. That's gonna do 6 damage.
And which weapon are you using?
The short sword.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, and I've got the shield out and the short sword.
Okay. You clearly bash into him with your short sword, and he takes some damage. You feel that you cut him greater than he is wounded for. Like, you feel it was a more solid hit than the damage that is visible.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Anything else?
No, was that my full movement? I guess probably.
Yeah, let's move up to him.
I'll be up there.
Okay. That brings us to Artemis. You've got your bestest friend in the world, Mirameth, on one side of this creature that is holding your other bestest friend in the world, Skylar. What do you do?
I am going to casually walk up to the other side, given flanking. Is that allowed in grappling?
Sure, not
A flank.
her.
No,
but yeah.
No, yeah.
You can get him flanked.
Yeah, sweet. I'm gonna get him flanked, and then I'm going to come down and try to split him in half without hurting her.
Okay.
Doesn't it make him flat-footed too because he's grabbed me?
It does not.
Let's see. Oh, that's a 17 on the die, or 17 in total.
I mean, gonna hit.
Okay, sweet.
For sure gonna hit.
Sweet. Ooh, that is a 3 damage.
3?
Yeah.
Okay. Once again, you feel, not once again, but you're experiencing for the first time, you should have done more damage than you thought to it. But you did cut it very nicely. Skylar, you are currently grabbed by this creature.
I would like to do... I'll do an escape artist check.
You can escape artist or try a strength check.
Get
out. Yep.
Ooh, 19, and then +4.
Okay, you artfully bring your hands and just pop out of his grab and are standing in front of him.
And then I would like a full move, 30 feet
Okay.
away from him,
he's
toward
gonna-
Doric, wherever Doric is.
Doric is hiding still, technically, I believe. Yeah, he takes one more like passing swipe at you, but you've managed to get out of the way. He's thrown off by your escape of his cunning grab. That now it is Doric's turn.
Well, from my position, I will draw my short bow and shoot into melee without a bonus.
Wait, hang on one sec, because Scott Denuso says, wait a sec, she says nothing, not even one ew. She would absolutely have broken free and went, ew! There you go.
She oohed and then walked away. Or she walked away and then said ew. That's probably
That's probably
more
better.
cutting.
I believe it is a -4.
There's a -4 to shoot into melee, yes.
Right.
Unless you have the feat.
Now, because they are unaware of me, I don't get a bonus. I'm just catching them flat-footed, basically. Is that
Because
correct?
they're unaware of your presence, yes.
Wait, hold on.
Great.
Them?
Your-
Them as in all of us?
Yes,
Oh.
specifically targeting Artemis. I think that I have one more lucky, and I'm gonna use it.
Do it.
All right. I should definitely. I don't know. So do I roll a different die? No. Hang on. I was a leader. Hey, there we go. I don't get to add anything to it, so it's just a 17 on the die.
That hits. So you
Sweet.
get the damage, and I believe you get your sneak damage.
I believe I do.
Oh, he's a rogue.
I believe that I do. I do 7 points of damage.
Ooh.
And you're using it's a bow, correct?
This is a short bow, yes.
Okay. You get it very solidly, but again, it seems like you should do a little bit more than it's.
I know where the weak spots
giving
are
you.
on anthropomorphic snakes, and that should have been more damage.
However, it is enough to trigger that.
What? No.
A
no, it's
legendary.
This creature turns on Artemis.
not. Trill Search
He's-
does
he's-
want you to remember that you have a +3, by the way, Jared.
Oh, I noticed it, and I'm using it.
Oh, damn it.
I'm using it on Artemis.
Oh.
It turns on Artemis and goes to pound him or slam him with his fist again. So let's see if he can do it. He rears back and drops the hammer. Oh, my friend. My friend. I
What
don't
is
even
it?
need Trill Surges.
It's
+3. That is a natural 20.
Ooh.
Yikes! As this gross
This is
claw
not
of
good.
a hand comes down on you. You take 4 damage. You are grabbed,
Oh, that.
and
Mm.
you feel your essence start to drift away into this creature's fingertips. You take 1 Constitution damage.
Ooh.
Kill it now.
And now it is Miramet's turn.
Okay. Well, first off, I'm going to detect evil, which I can do at will.
You can, and you get a very strong sense of chaotic evil from this. Very strong.
Then I am going to. Now, do I have to activate? It doesn't. It didn't say specifically. It says I can do it as a swift action for my smite evil.
You just say you're gonna smite when you do it. You can. I allow it to be, because it is a swift specifically. I allow you to see if the attack hits first
Okay, cool.
to do it, but some people may not let that. But
Well, that's what you allow, and that's what's important right now.
you know what else I allow?
Rolling 10.
A 10%.
Yeah.
Oh, this is important.
56.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So now we rolled a hit. I don't think it's gonna do it. 10.
10 is not enough. No,
Yoink.
you just right past this creature as it's holding the wall and sucking his, not the wall, Artemis, sucking his life force from him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You still have a move.
Oh, well. Darn. Oh, that's why I should, I will say, that's why I should declare it beforehand. So I will say that I declared it because that was the goal, because it does give me a +2 to hit. So
Okay.
that's why I should say it beforehand.
That would not have made a difference.
Okay. Cool. Oh, it's on the first successful attack. So I've activated the smite. I haven't hit it yet. Yes?
Correct.
Okay. So I still have the
So it's
smite
still
going.
there. Correct.
Cool.
Uh,
That's all I can do.
Artemis, you can try to break the hold with a strength check or an escape artist check, or you're free to keep stabbing at it from
I
being
can't
held.
stab at it because I have a 2-handed weapon,
I mean,
but
Well,
I
it takes some negatives for sure.
you guys see Artemis's hand start to cover in blue as I touch this creature.
Try to touch it.
That's a 15.
That will get his touch. Yeah. Even with the negative. Yeah.
Chill touch. Max damage, 6 points.
Now, do I get a save against chill touch?
I don't believe so.
Let's just check and see.
You successfully melee touch attack deals 1d6 points above.
Fortitude save.
Oh, I was doing shocking grasp. I'm so sorry.
Well, those are different spells,
That is.
and they have
Oh, it's
different things.
Yeah, I was doing shocking grasp.
So there is no saving throw there. Very good. Let me just make sure there's no spell resistance on this creature.
Trill Surge said something about flanking.
Yeah, I counted it. It still wasn't enough with that. You were down by 1 on that. And no, he does not have. So
Does he have
what
any?
is the damage?
Does he? It's 6 damage. Does he have any metal on him?
He does not. Actually,
Okay,
he doesn't
but
have clothes on.
you see
He has leather armor.
electricity slowly course through his body.
The electricity flows through him and courses through him, and you see the smoke in his tongue starts to just billow out as he collapses in a lifeless lump. You have defeated the creature.
Yay!
Yes. I chuck him off of me in disgust, and then I will run over and kick dirt in his face.
I mean, that's a lot. That's pretty aggressive.
He hit me. I'm
He did.
not like this.
He did. So you have won. I cannot find the hero victory music.
NVNG has just raided our channel with
Hey!
9.
Raid!
Welcome,
Hey!
everybody.
Welcome.
Thanks for the
Hello.
raid. Hello.
You just missed me fail to kill them with. I don't want to tell you what it is yet.
I just Emperor
Wait,
Palpatine.
There's another one.
But okay, it was a faceless stalker. You guys killed a faceless stalker.
Was it always that?
It was always that. Yeah, that's what they do.
They morph.
Dark, are you
Interesting.
still stealthing?
No, I'm gonna come out, and my arms are crossed. Ew, what? Why were you talking to this, Skylar? I told you not to go into the strange house.
Oh my gosh, Dark, you didn't, but like you did a really
Yes,
good job.
I did. What? Well, thank you, but no, I told you not to go in the house. I said so. I said don't go in there because
It's
look,
so
it's like
cute.
no, it's not cute. It's a shanty. This is
oh
like
my god, Dark.
like peasants live here, like wood peasants,
I think
like
it's cute.
gross swamp wood peasants.
Dark, I
Okay,
think it's
fine.
cute. Watch, I'm gonna show you how cute it is, and you're gonna be so jealous. So I'm gonna go in the house.
Okay, you go into the house. Let me just check on one.
As she walks in towards the house, I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna be jealous. I don't want to go into the stinky, smelly old house.
So jealous, Dark. So jealous.
Not jealous.
Wow.
Okay, you go into the house. It's very easy to open because he was.
Yeah, there's no one stopping it.
This first room, it appears to be a living room. Features a settee, whatever it's called, and several somewhat damaged potted plants line the walls. There are. You can get out of this room into 3 other rooms potentially, and there's a staircase that goes upstairs as well.
Yes, I would like to survey all the rooms. I'm specifically looking for anything of like exponential wealth.
Of exponential wealth.
Of wealth.
Yeah, it's like nothing there.
Okay, well let's go ahead and let me get out of the battle music.
I would also be looking. I wanted to look over the body for any like more signs of who this person was.
The only like item he has on him is this leather armor that he was wearing, and it almost seems as if it's a piece of him. Like it almost formed like out of his flesh. You can take it if you'd like.
I am
But
going
that's the
to
only physical thing he has on him.
I'm going to take his bedroll.
He doesn't have bedroll. You talking about the
Where-
creature outside?
Yes, he doesn't have a bed in his house.
Well, we're not in the house yet. We just started the house.
I'm in the house. I would
I
like-
He's in the house.
I
I
would
want to
like
get
to.
through it before the others get there.
Yeah, I would like to start to walk towards the
Um,
house in search of a
So
bedroll.
Katie's going to be about a room ahead of most of you.
Sweet.
We have the main room, which is the living room. It's got some plants and the settee. Then comes a dining room with a wooden table. A single chair decorates this dining room along with the simple wood burning stove.
Am I
There's
getting any
also
presence of
a
magic?
small pantry with several wicker cages containing sparrows, mice, and other live creatures.
Ew.
Oh, okay.
One of the rooms is storage, which has empty containers that look similar to the ones that were
With
in
the live
pantry.
stuff. Okay.
The next room and the next and final room on the ground floor appears to be a garden open to the sky and walled in with a 10-foot high brick wall. Give me a perception for this room if you'd like.
All of us, or just Kate?
Nat
Anyone
20,
going into
my
this
first
room?
one.
She's the
22.
first.
22.
I got a 17.
You do notice that in the underbrush, seemingly reared back against the back wall of this garden room, is a grouping of 3 pit vipers.
Ew. That's what she's
Probably
saying
the
very
ones who
loudly.
ate the sparrows and the mice and whatnot.
Okay.
They are
she,
not making aggressive motions towards you currently.
She would back out of there slowly. She really was just kind of looking for an expensive piece of clothing or a vintage item, like an antique.
Well, so if you go, there's nothing in that room. If you continue and you go upstairs, there you find a room containing tools, hunting supplies, some spare weapons, including 3 hand axes, a longbow, 40 arrows, and 2 small suits of leather armor.
Okay.
None of it is well made. They're all just for like a halfling in the woods. One of the next room appears to be a guest room. Sheets cover the furniture in this appearingly unused guest room. And again, the furniture all appears to be just like hastily thrown together pieces of furniture that whoever lived here made.
Does he have like a tapestry or a pillow or something that you could like at all, I guess?
In the next room, there is a bed that looks well lived in. It has a clearly handmade quilt.
Ooh.
That may have been one of those things that gets passed around generation to generation. That's probably the nicest thing.
Okay, I
Here?
would like to take that. And
Okay.
then I'll go back outside and I'll be like, oh my gosh, Darik, it was just so cute in there. And look what I found. It's like such an antique. Isn't this the cutest? And I kind of show, knowing that he'll be a little jealous that I found this.
I want to point out that I'm not jealous. But what I do want to do is I still have my arms like crossed and I get close to her and I like have my nose up in the air and I look at it and I go, it smells. And so do you. And then I walk away.
Ew, Darik. And I drop it.
Ew, you're the one that smells.
And I walk
Smell
away.
yourself.
Can I be detecting magic through the house?
You can, if you'd like.
I would like that very much.
Downstairs in all those rooms I described, there is nothing.
Okay.
However, when you go upstairs in the back corner of the bedroom, now with a quiltless room,
Mm-hmm.
you get the sense of some magic emanating from behind the wall.
Oh, I am going to punch that wall. No, I'm gonna try to get back behind that wall then.
Give me a perception check.
16.
Okay. You do notice near the base of that wall and appearing to go into the wall appears to be some blood spatterings. You also find a hidden panel that looks like it could trigger a door opening.
I'm gonna try to trigger that door.
Okay, before you do that,
Yeah, not checking for traps.
well, before you do that, that's where I'm gonna
Oh,
pause us for the day.
Oh,
Just as you put your hand on that door,
Oh god, I'm
You
dead the
big
next
meanie.
episode.
Yeah, that's gonna be next week.
Oh no.
Same DAT time, same DAT channel. Yeah, that was episode 1.
Wait, I want that quilt though.
It's outside now on the ground.
Okay. Since I can't carry
It's the
a
one
bed.
bedding thing in the game that you know.
Yeah, like I can't.
Yeah. I am a little upset that I didn't do more damage, but I only had 3 rounds to hit you.
I'm not at all.
I'm gonna have to take some notes with Jim Jam and see how he does it. We had some late follows come in from looks like Templar Blaze, Fairy Tale Tina, Sarah BC1 gifted a sub to Damas Cruz. Damas Cruz?
I think it's Damascus.
Damascus.
Yeah, like Damascus, like Damascus Steel, but
Yeah,
Damascus.
Just cuz.
Also, I want to point out Sarah BC1 saying, "Oh, Rady, you're killing me." LOL. Well, I'm glad to be killing you.
Yeah.
That's not right.
See, Jim Jam's even in chat talking about how he'd be laying venomous bites all over these fools.
Hey, and Mandalil has subscribed 17 months now.
Oh.
17 months Mandalil has been subscribed. Thank you
Nice.
so much.
Nice.
Thank you for the subscribes, everybody.
I apologize to a few people who told me to kill Katie on the first episode, or they told me not to kill Katie, and I said I would. I don't know. There's search the Twitter; it's there. But
She
that's
broke
good.
that grapple.
I really like these characters.
Crossbones AE also pointing out, take note that Skylar now has a smell about her.
No, she
If she doesn't
doesn't.
press to
She's
digitate
perfect.
if she doesn't press to digitate, she's gonna have that smell for forever.
Let it be known.
She's already done it.
Jared, I wanted to compliment you on your show's look. I really like your colors and all of your aesthetic choices. They're really, really cool, man.
Thank you. I appreciate the touches that you added after I sent it over. I don't know if you guys can tell, but in
This
that
is
background,
our
there's a
mutual
nice
pat on the back.
There's a nice little
Good
subtle,
job, guys.
subtle motion there. It's very good. I'm enjoying this. I was very
Same.
concerned how a digital game would go, but so
Well,
far,
they're
so
a bit
good.
they're a bit tricky. You know, we talk over each other, but that's pretty normal for this group, anyways.
It's true. It's true.
You know. Hey, everybody! Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Same time next week, except the only difference will be the 10% droppage will be now off of the list.
Oh, thank goodness.
However, will be something replacing it
Yeah,
on the list.
like my death.
That would be hilarious. Just dies.
Yeah.
Specifically,
Whoever opens
Artemis
this,
dies.
yeah, whoever opens this box dies.
I think everyone knows where we can find everyone at the DAT Network on all the socials.
Yeah.
DAT Bad Show for this show specifically. I'm at Jared Hoy across everything.
We've got some big announcements too, Jared. I don't mean to cut you off because I want to make sure I shout them out. Tomorrow, Rise of the Runt Lords continues. That is Ben's ongoing campaign in the Rise of the Rune Lords adventure path. And that was exciting. We did episode 1 last week. So if you have missed episode 1, you should try to check it out before tomorrow. There's not too much to catch up on is what I'm saying, because it's only episode 2, so you're not far behind. And then the third episode of our 3-episode arc for the DAT Classic finishes up on Friday. Cragstravaganza is back Saturday morning, and we're very, very excited to announce that on Saturday afternoon at 4 p.m., Here Be Dragons will actually be broadcasting on the Dragons and Things Network. So right here on this channel, you will be experiencing Here Be Dragons. So we're very, very excited about that. Please tune into that because I know that those guys are anxious to be able to play for you all on this channel.
Yeah.
We're super excited.
We are just doing so many shows.
So many shows.
How do you do it, Rady? How do you sleep at night?
He's fatigued.
I'm fatigue weight.
That's fair.
No, to be honest, it's hilarious because most of these shows literally come together in the last 2 minutes before going live, and then I'm eating dinner on the stream. So there's that. But hopefully, once all the shows are off the ground, things will become a little more stable. But everybody, thank you so much for the donations, because believe it or not, those actually do go to things currently like keeping up our rent, as is noted in our survival bar beneath us. But additionally, we use those things for graphics and musics and all the other things that help bring the show to life. If we can get that donation goal up this month, what we'll do is I think we'll invest in a nicer broadcast system that we're using for these digital shows if the quarantine is something that's going to continue, so that this system will be even more polished and nice, and hopefully have some nicer audio and some different things that we can do with the digital switching of the show. That's my spiel. Thanks for watching. Thanks for running it, Jared. Thanks for being here, gang.
Thank you, Jared.
Exciting
Thank
for
you,
next
guys.
I'll see everybody next week. Finger guns out.
Boom, boom, boom,
week. Finger
boom.
gun.
Bye, everybody.